Street scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Show's hosts Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie.
Controversial team.
Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy
Comment profanity-laced rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Shut up! Get us back to the funny.
But first, let's play this.
People understand we don't belong on radio, right?
Satellite radio douchebags?
I take that as like a compliment.
Yes, we suck a dick. Sorry to everybody out there.
This is fucking satellite fuck dick radio.
Holy shit.
What a great show.
We heard you!
I don't want to make everyone feel bad, but you know this is what old people sit around and do.
Kitty porn, semen squirting, and shooting up the job.
Oh, what the fuck?
This morning has been, I feel like I'm on Jerry Springer.
Enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's do this. How great is that, Anthony?
It's too goddamn funny.
I just showed Anthony the greatest thing to ever happen in sports.
That was one of the funniest.
Greatest or funniest? Definitely funniest.
Funny and great.
That's what sports is missing.
Yep.
But they're going to beat the shit out of the kid.
Wisniewski, is that his name?
Yeah, and they're going to end up suspending him and all that crap. But I say let all this happen in sports. Let it all happen. For the people that haven't seen it yet, first of all, I went to the Islanders Rangers game yesterday. Islanders won 6-4 over the dirty Rangers. And
Always
Sean Avery,
fun rivalry there, I'll tell you that much.
Sean Avery took a beating yesterday, one for the ages. There's his number 16. You see his name.
Yeah.
No mistaking.
Got in a little trouble there, a little brawl.
Not
with,
even really a brawl, a little
talking, a little shouting match.
After the play, a little pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
And then
Wisniewski?
James Wazewski, something like that. Wazewski, I guess we'll say, right? He's a free agent for the Islanders. We picked him up. He decided to really give it to Avery and do the famous.
It's the universally known.
The universal, can't mistake it for anything else but the blowjob gesture.
Right. You take your hand, you make a fist, you tilt it at an angle toward your face, and pump.
Yeah.
And as you pump, you make your mouth go, oh, like you're singing opera.
Right.
Oh, and then you pump your hand as if to say, hey, this is a blowjob.
Right.
Right.
As in, would you like a blowjob? Was he saying, would you like a blowjob? Or was he saying, blow me?
I think it's, hey, you do this. Like it's, hey, suck my dick.
They will be playing this video clip for years to come. And this Wisniewski, whatever, everyone's going to know his name by the end of today. And I guarantee the NHL is going to suspend this kid.
Yeah, for making the
I guarantee it,
gesture.
which sucks. I say let all this happen.
How do you word that?
Huh?
How do you word that in, like, the paperwork?
Well,
he made a blowjob gesture. They'll put some kind of inappropriate gesture.
They've been saying, like, inappropriate gesture, but now the papers are basically saying unmistakable.
Really?
What do they say? Oral sex? Let me say.
Unmistakable oral sex, obscene.
Yeah. It only took 2 games for Sean Avery to get into his first controversy of the season. Only this time he's not the one facing a suspension. In the first period of the Rangers' seesaw 6-4 loss to the Islanders at the Coliseum yesterday, Islanders defenseman James Wisniewski made an unmistakable obscene gesture at Avery as the two were separated following the agitated wingers' spray of snow onto Islanders goalie Rick DiPietro. That was the Daily News.
Great.
That's not the one I was reading this morning.
It's funny as fuck.
But the Post decided, fuck it, let's just tell it like
Go
it
for
is.
it. Yeah.
Oh, they buried the story too. Where the hell is it?
Did they?
So how are Gary Bettman and his NHL hockey operations personnel going to explain to children what James Wisniewski mouthed and gestured at Sean Avery on the ice during the first period of yesterday's match at the Coliseum?
You don't have to explain anything to kids. Shut up.
I'm so glad I'm finally a father, so I'm in on all this shit now.
Now you're in.
I don't need Gary Bettman or the NHL explaining shit to my kid, because I'll explain that shit to my kid, and I'll explain to him how hilarious that is.
That it's hilarious. The thing that got me the most after watching it the first 10 times is how silly it looks wearing a giant hockey glove,
Right.
and how it would hurt.
Right. If you
I don't
were
think you'd get much pleasure.
it wouldn't be fun to work the shaft with a hockey glove.
And you need a much bigger cock than Brett Favre's for it to even stick out of the top of a hockey glove. How do you give a blowjob wearing a hockey glove? They're
Kevin,
huge.
Kevin from Connecticut has the translation. He was saying, "Go suck another dick."
Ah.
So I guess now the paper's saying that Gary Bettman and the NHL hockey operations personnel, they got to now explain to the children, Anthony.
The children.
Because that's who's watching the NHL.
Yes,
the
it's all
children.
about the children. Everything is.
Fuck the adults and fuck them for enjoying something like this.
And getting a good spontaneous laugh from a player that was taunting another player.
Oh, yeah.
Who cares?
Fuck.
It's funny.
You know, you made a great point a long time ago, and I am a father, but you said that, they don't give a shit in entertainment about adults anymore. It's all about
Yeah.
protecting the children, and that's bullshit.
Just have some good old adult fun, things that make adults laugh.
Which this is, right?
Yeah,
That
that's-
is just hilarious.
So you cannot watch that and not laugh as a guy.
I bet you even Gary Bettman in closed doors when he has to look at the tapes,
Like, oh, shit.
he's laughing.
Look at that.
As a man, he's laughing, going, holy shit, I can't believe this.
It's like hysterical.
Because we've been through this with GMs and stuff where they take us behind closed doors and they laugh at us. They laugh with us, I mean.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that door opens, it's all about, well, we'll make sure that never happens again. Harumph.
Meanwhile, they all have it on their fucking computer to punch up and go
Of
check
course.
this out. It's on their iPhones.
Of
Look at
course.
this shit.
So now,
You'll get it.
so it says, so how are Gary Bettman and his NHL hockey operations personnel going to explain to children what James Wisniewski mouthed and gestured at Sean Avery on the ice during the first period? Wisniewski reportedly made signals unmistakably
Unmistakably.
intimating oral sex.
Unmistakably.
Unmistakably, absolutely.
He was doing a pantomime.
Yeah, so it's a great moment. They should keep this crap in sports.
Great moment in
Absolutely.
sports right there. Great moment in sports.
You know, but I think this guy's going to get suspended, not just for a game or two either.
Really?
Yeah,
God, they've gotten
Yeah.
retarded, man.
they have gotten retarded.
It doesn't make sense. It's
This-
a little fucking gesture.
I would imagine they'd suspend him for a couple weeks.
Really?
10-game suspension, something like
10
that. I'm
games
telling you.
for the blowjob fake.
Know why? Because everyone's talking about it today too, which
Yeah.
makes it even worse. It's a black eye for hockey.
How are they portraying this on the television news? Are they pixelating? Are they?
You know, I don't know.
What are they doing?
I had a long day yesterday, so I didn't really get to watch the news and Sports Center and stuff. Maybe someone can help us out with that. I
I
have
would
no
like to
idea.
know if they're pixelating, blurring, because they can't just show it, can they?
I think that you could show it.
It's not a gesture like the finger or when you do the Italian
Right.
fist up, fuck
Right.
you. So you
These
could
guys-
probably show it, but then to explain what it means showing it, then I think you get into that context area.
I think it's one of our themes on our show that we talk about over and over again. It's like men can't be men anymore.
No,
like
castrated.
This hockey is a brutal sport. They're elbowing and chipping the entire game. They're
Still
mouthing
knocking it
off.
around.
They're pushing each other. They're fighting at times. It's an ugly sport. A lot of really hard hitting.
And fuck the gestures. If you heard what they were saying to each other when they're fucking right next to each other,
Right.
it would be horrifying to the children.
Well, that's why they really haven't mic'd players yet.
No way.
We
Imagine
in any
micing
sport.
hockey players.
In
though.
any sport. We
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
technology,
yeah.
and every once in a while they mic a player for maybe one play, and they basically
Yeah.
tell them, okay, we're turning your mic on for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And everyone's like on red alert. And then they
even
turn off all the
golf-
mics.
Dude, even golf, when they use the mic on them and you guy shanks it or something, you
Tiger
go like,
Woods.
fuck.
Tiger Woods had a few fucks.
Yeah, and they're like, well, one shanked into the woods, and he doesn't sound happy about that one.
You missed the brilliance of my line.
What was that?
Tiger Woods had a few fucks.
A few. Well, we all know about those.
Oh, boy, do we.
I didn't take the literal.
And what makes it worse for this incident that happened at the Coliseum yesterday, Tom in Jersey will add to it. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, good boys. I don't know why, but it just so happened Gary Bettman was in attendance at the Rangers-Islanders game last night, so he's in big trouble.
Yeah, Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, was at the Coliseum yesterday.
Oh, you don't want him there when that happens.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Kevin from Connecticut is saying Wisniewski was merely reminding Avery to brush his teeth after the game.
I see that.
That's the universal sign of brushing your teeth.
And then they were...
good hygiene.
They were asking Scott Gordon, the Islanders coach, about the incident after the game.
Yeah.
2 guys in a row, and he's like, look, I'm not talking about it. And then the one, he said it to the one guy, I'm not talking about it. And then the next guy brought it up again. So he just marched out like, I'm not talking about this.
What am I going to do?
Why not talk about it? See, this clip is starting to go places, man.
Oh, yeah.
This thing is going places.
So his face, his blowjob face is hysterical.
Yeah.
Wisniewski
not only
makes the funniest blowjob face.
Not only was he doing the hand motion, I would dare say perfectly, his head was going back and forth
his head was bobbing,
perfectly.
And his mouth was in the perfect O.
Yeah. I love talking about this stuff.
It's hysterical.
When it comes to sports, I love all this stuff.
Oh,
I fucking hate sportsmanship, all that. I want to see this. I want to see dirty fights, dirty hitting. I want to see these blowjob gestures. We're old school.
Wisniewski making his O face. Oh.
And it goes right back to your point. We got to protect the children. This is what this is about. Fuck the adults and them enjoying it and knowing what this is all about. And this isn't going to affect any adult's life today.
Any kid watching a hockey game and actually picking up on that has probably seen it in school 800 times.
Of course.
Done it in school.
We got to make believe.
The girl comes in after summer vacation. She's got brand new little boobies.
Noobs.
And the boy walks up and goes, hey,
Yeah.
and makes the blowjob, the universal blowjob motion.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
his head kept going
Danny,
up
did you make that GIF? Oh, someone already made it?
Already. It's just looped 1,000 times. You
It's
can just
already
watch
looped.
It's the new meat spin.
It really is. Wow, this clip is one for the ages.
That's
and Avery's sitting there like, aren't you going to do something about this?
Hey!
Avery's got to relax. He's gotten away with murder on the ice over the years. Let me say hi to Danny in Manhattan. Danny.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, man.
I don't know if you remembered, Avery left the Rangers a couple of years ago, signed a big contract with the Stars, and then he said sloppy seconds about Alicia Cuthbert.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, of course that was him.
Remember the sloppy seconds
And
line?
that wasn't even on the ice, and he got suspended. How long there, Danny? I don't remember anymore.
I think the league suspended him like 12 games, but he also got kicked off the team. They couldn't void his contract, but they got rid of him. That's how he wound up back on the Rangers.
Yeah, they said, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
and this
I remember
wasn't
that one.
even
Sloppy
something that happened on the ice. So,
oh yeah, oh boy, yeah. So this guy's really fucked. Happened on the ice, obscene gesture.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Thank you, Danny. Let me say hi to Mike in New York. Mike.
Morning, Hope.
Hey, man.
Did it make the Jumbotron after the commercial break?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, did everyone look up to see the blowjob move and see a commercial?
So it's my second game of the season, and the audio's still out of sync with the video, so they weren't listening to me. And I gave them some free consulting yesterday, and I also tweeted a picture of my Capital One coffee next to a box of Capital One popcorn for everybody.
Thank God for Capital One.
Sponsoring everything. Capital One napkins, too, I forgot about. And no one would eat the hot dogs yesterday because we saw, how
they were made.
How hot dogs were made.
Yeah.
That ruined it for me. No more hot dogs for me. So Gary Bettman was at the game, and that happens.
When the boss is there, you don't want to fuck up.
You get excited because you're thinking, oh, man, this is like old school stuff. This is why, some of this stuff is why I got into sports.
Taunting.
The trash talking, all that. Fuck sportsmanship.
The reason, the next time the two got out on the ice, they went directly for each other's throats and just started punching the shit out of each other for something that happened in the first period.
These athletes are going to have to become ventriloquists or something. Ventriloquists.
Yeah. Don't move your mouth.
Right. Don't move your mouth because they might pick up on that and suspend you. Right.
Hey, cocksucker.
Right.
Fuck you. Suck my cock.
Right. As far as football goes, when they're just celebrating and acting like complete assholes, I love it.
Yep. Don't do it too much.
I love it.
Don't come up with a brand new dancey dance.
Let's say hi to Chris, a girl in Iowa. Chris, a girl in Iowa. What's up?
Chris.
Oh, my
my God, we're worried about the fucking children. The sport itself is full of violence and blood on the ice and the faces being shoved up against the plastic. I mean, are we explaining to the children about the violence in hockey and football and shit?
That's what.
Oh my God, it's part of the sport.
Yeah, that's what's weird. At the game yesterday, I think there was only one fight, I believe, and the fight went on forever. It was the longest hockey fight I think I've ever seen. It just kept going and going. They just wouldn't separate these guys.
Separate or fall down.
And then they had the blowjob gesture. And if you really want to break this down, wouldn't the violence and that big fight be way worse than this?
Yes.
But of course they understand they can't like totally get rid of fighting in hockey.
Yeah. Yeah, then it would really
But this, you watch what happens to this guy.
I think they should say that's fine. Any gestures people want to make, we're introducing that to hockey.
Right.
So if you want to make hand job gesture, blow job gesture, squeeze my tits gesture,
right.
Diddle my clit gesture.
Well, it shut Avery down because, you would think he would go after this guy the rest of the game. He didn't fucking touch him.
He didn't, huh?
Nah, he didn't go after him or
nothing. You don't want to see that expression again?
I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know what that's about either.
But it shut him right the fuck down. And Avery takes on everybody. Even though I'm an Islanders fan, I kind of like Avery. I kind of like how he plays because it goes with my theme today, old school sports. Yeah. I like those guys.
And as far as the children go,
fuck the children. I got a kid. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about Bettman and the NHL explaining this to my kid.
It's much nicer, I believe, to get a blowjob than to be punched in the face.
You know what? Now you're talking.
I mean,
now you're
honestly,
talking.
It feels a little better there.
Now you're talking. It's not gay if you're avoiding a fight.
Yes. Good question. Is this Wisniewski guy a good player?
I have to be honest. We just picked him up. I don't know much about him. I really don't.
What is he, like assistant captain or something?
I believe so, yeah.
How did he fucking get that if he's just like in?
Well, because the whole team is brand new this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've spent the first two games, just studying the players and getting to know them again.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Islanders,
that's fucked up part of the new
pretty
season.
Much almost cleared house again. We got a lot of new players, but
yeah, a new season with a fan of the team. You're like
a lot of new players.
Who the fuck is this guy? Is he any good? Is he?
Yeah.
Fucking what?
So. My voice is shot because then I stayed up to watch the Jets, and I was in and out of sleep because of that lightning. Holy crap!
That was some crazy fucking primal shit going on last night.
We had hail, we had lightning storms, heavy rain again in the New York area, and it was weird. I didn't know they did this, but the Jets Vikings, of course, Monday Night Football, and Favre fucking blew it on that final drive, throwing an interception. Jets win.
Whoopsie.
Jets win. Favre fucking just shit the bed.
Yeah.
But I didn't know this. When there's lightning in the area, they have to clear out the stadiums. Did you know this?
They put them all where?
What?
Where do they put them?
Oh, the stadiums themselves? They clear.
They move the stadium. No, where do they put the people?
All the people have to leave their seats and go in the concourse
into
area.
The rotunda, concourse,
in the rotunda, whatever you
want
to call it, yeah. But you would think these state-of-the-art brand new stadiums have that shit figured out, these open-air stadiums. But no, lightning in the area, you got to get the fuck out of your seat.
Wow, it's fucked up.
So they pushed everyone out.
That's got to take forever.
You think? What was there, 80,000 people there maybe last night?
Oh, and people just are stupid and can't figure out how to cooperate and walk in a line or fucking do anything right.
So when it was time for the game to actually start, they're showing the stadium, there's no one in there.
No.
Because they had to push them all out and wait for the lightning to pass by.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that takes a while.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Jets, I say my Jets.
Of course.
My Jets, 4-1 now.
4-1.
Amazing.
Could very easily be 5-0, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I told everyone we lost that first game just to lull everybody.
Yeah, false sense of security.
False sense of security.
Makes them think, well, the Jets are done this season, and then bam, you just come out and you just wipe everybody out.
Yeah, we're doing all right so far.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Let's not jinx it. 4-1.
I have no idea.
Huh?
I have no idea.
No? Did you watch?
Yeah, I was watching. I was switching over to Hoarders.
Of course.
Which
people reminded me that Hoarders were on last night.
My God. There was one I saw last night where I really wanted to pull an Elvis and just shoot my television.
Oh, really?
I wanted to be Elvis Presley and shoot my television. A woman was freaking out, because someone threw away, without asking her permission, her Star Wars Mr. Potato Head called Darth Tater. She fucking runs to the truck crying, and pulls it out and goes, "This is why I don't want people in my house doing this. You threw this away." And she's holding it toward the camera like we're all supposed to go. We at home are supposed to gasp and go, "They almost threw away Darth Tater."
Not Darth Tater.
Darth Tater. This lunatic who has like kids and fucking... I saw 2 hoarders last night, both of which had these fat husbands laying there with oxygen on in bed.
Oh, really?
With just nothing but junk all over them. And the woman is just, things did... I love how they talk to a bit out of hand. Yeah, well, I do like collecting. They call it collecting things. Oh, yeah? You collect shit? You collect doo-doo and dead cats? Unbelievable.
Is that Darth Tater?
That's Darth Tater. She almost lost Darth Tater.
God, you know how much stuff I could break? I gotta open up a business.
Oh, my
I could
God.
take care of your hoarder for you.
Take care of the hoarder. I hate the fucking coddling. And I watch all the new ones, and it's the same thing. Hi, how are you? Let's go inside. Now tell me a little bit about this room. Oh, it's a fucking pigsty.
Right.
I wouldn't be like that. You'd walk in and go, by the way, this is the slovenly fucking surroundings you live in?
Yeah.
Are you fucking embarrassed, you pig? Hey, pig, look at me. Pig. Are you embarrassed?
Tell me about this room as it's basically a pile of shit.
It's a pile of shit.
And I mean shit.
And then they're like, well, because they're all toothless fucking white trash. Well, it started out as a dining room, but, as you see, things got a little cluttered and out of hand. Cluttered and out of hand, yes.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start the cleaning process, but everyone knows nothing's getting thrown away without your permission. I want to keep that bowl. Now, the bowl is cracked in half. It's 2 pieces of a bowl. But I mixed something from my dead father in it 40 years ago. Oh, God, shut up. You want to kill them.
Yeah, I have a tough time watching that show, as we all know.
Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
What happened to Darth Tater, though?
She saved Darth Tater.
Yeah?
She pulled Darth Tater from the truck and recovered Darth Tater. But she was crazy. Now, look, I am, no sympathy lost about 9/11 with me. I'm a big, remember, never forget. That this woman lost a cousin who was a fireman and just also lost her fucking marbles over it. I mean, went fucking bullshit, batshit crazy.
The hoarder?
Yeah.
So she wasn't a hoarder before the 9/11 thing?
Well, she kind of was.
Can we blame the terrorists?
Thing, yeah, blame the terrorists.
We have to blame
won.
the terrorists.
They won.
They won in this case.
She had...
We got to avoid this.
Like fire truck toys in her house, and she had glassware that was red, white, and blue, but everywhere, all over her house. And the junk, just the basic junk.
Right.
And she had this crystal... thing that you saw him selling right after 9/11, like it's the Crystal World Trade Center with all its majesty and blah-de-blah.
I forgot all the cocksuckers that came out of the woodwork to sell shit.
Douchebags.
I forgot about those people. We did a whole fucking show on there.
This fucking ugh. That was that's it.
Okay.
That's exactly the fucking thing. We're looking at a picture of it. She had one of these, and after the crews left, the house was all clean, and she's like, well, it's great that my daughters have their room back, and we're able to eat dinner together and everything. And then they show this thing. But one thing happened that she didn't notice till the crews left, but the camera was still, rolling on her. Someone broke my tower! Someone cracked the fucking corner off.
Is that how it ended? Like some great Twilight Zone episode?
Yes! She's like, I knew not to let motherfuckers in my house! You motherfuckers! And she's like beep to beep beep.
Did they film it where the camera was on the ground as she's cursing God above? And then the credits roll?
It was fantastic.
To be continued.
It was fantastic.
Oh, that rules.
It's always something with these people as far as the, it's a relative that died. One guy had a van underneath a blue tarp that his father died in the van. I didn't know if it was an accident or not.
Is the father still in there?
Who the fuck knows? It was under a tarp. I don't think so.
Right.
But the guy would not get rid of the van. And he had to clean up the yard. And now they're getting in people that are, which is an odd thing. Look, I hate the fucking hoarders. I'd rather just blowtorch their house or explode it, whatever. But it's an odd thing that's happening. They find the people if they make this mess in their yard and shit, and then they actually say, if you don't have this clean in like 30 days, you're going to jail. And I'm thinking like, wow, it is your own fucking property.
Right.
I understand the neighbors hate it and shit, but it's something that's got to be dealt with. But the idea that you can be put in jail for making a mess in your house is really kind of odd, and kind of the government really kind of stepping in and taking you out of your house. It's a conspiracy.
It's the freedom that we have in America.
Yeah. We talk about the freedom that you don't have to do anything.
We absolutely don't have.
We live in a free country that, not really.
I was listening to the national anthem before the hockey game yesterday, thinking to myself, does this song even make sense anymore?
Let me really break it down.
Let me think about this. When this song came about, what? When did the national anthem come about? Was that the 1800s
I
one?
think that was the 1812, the War of 1812.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the one.
So I'm sure the song...
Francis Scott Key?
I'm sure the song made a lot more sense back then. You listen to it now, I'm like, really? All right.
Is that really it?
Do we have freedom? Can I still hunt for my own food if I want to?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think you could go to certain places if you have a permit.
Right.
And you pay the government agency some money and just a certain time of the year. And only a certain amount of what you're hunting you can hunt.
Everything's
and
a fucking
certain weapon.
permit.
And, yeah.
You know, when I was on vacation in North Carolina, on the beach, we've talked about it a little bit. We needed fishing licenses just to throw our stupid poles in the water to kill an hour.
Do you really think Andy Griffith and Little Opie going down to the lake at the beginning of the Andy Griffith show had to get a permit?
Of course not.
No, it was all
right
with their little fishing poles.
Right, just another way to grab a few more bucks out of your pocket.
Bucks.
Yeah, we have our poles. We're not big-time fishermen, like hoping for the big catch. We're just killing time, drinking a few beers at the end of the day, want to throw our poles in the water. And we have to look to our left and our right because we don't have the fishing permits.
Yeah, the fucking game guy will come up to you fucking...
And kill you.
The ranger.
And by the way, we didn't get even a bite, so it didn't matter in the end anyway.
Yeah, but it matters to them. In Nassau County, you got to have something called a leisure pass.
What's a leisure pass?
Opie, it's a leisure pass. You need it to do anything.
What?
And there it is.
You have
Andy's
a
got
leisure
one.
pass?
Look, it's a leisure pass. You know what it's called? A tax.
Mm-hmm.
And it's needed to go to the range.
Why?
You need your little leisure
why?
pass. Exactly, because I'm paying the range.
Right.
I'm paying them to go in. It's not like, I have a leisure pass, I'll get in for free. But you need one, and you need one to use any of the public facilities in Nassau County. So they get an extra, whatever it costs, $20-some-odd to buy this leisure pass from everyone who wants to do anything.
What asshole politician came up with this? That's why I hate them all, man.
Yeah.
You go rah-rah for your side.
I think it was before Magnano came.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Anthony, and your side.
It was the previous
whatever.
guy. Yeah, but it's all these
Whatever.
leisure passes, and they're all taxes under the guise of like, hey, it's not a tax, it's a leisure pass. Doesn't that sound fun?
Can you still go to the beach or a park without a leisure pass?
A leisure pass, it'll cost you extra.
What are you talking about?
Now you got to pay more because you didn't pay more. That's what it is.
And they probably penalize you for not having the leisure pass. So instead of having a lousy $20 pass, now it's like, well, because you don't have it, it's going to be $200.
Yeah, even more.
Right. The service charge is just out of control.
To go to the range, it costs X amount of dollars to get into the range, and then if you don't have a leisure pass, you got to pay more to get into the range every time.
Jesus.
So non-residents who don't have a leisure pass, they have to pay extra.
And that's because Nassau County is fucked up with all their funds.
Is that non-resident? No leisure pass? $15. it's $7 for an adult, and then if you don't have a leisure pass, it's $15. So it's more than double without the fucking leisure pass. It's a tax. It's a fucking tax.
Fuck, I hate these I hate them all, Ant. I was telling someone yesterday, there might be one or two politicians out there I might like if I cared enough to like study them, but I hate them all.
I'm just pulling R. R, change. Obama wants change? Change it again, motherfucker. I didn't like the 2 years of change that just took place. So change it again, Election Day. Yay! Pulling all the R's. Whap, whap, whap. Get the fuck out. All Democrats out of the House.
R for retards.
That's it. Yeah, retards. And then D is for dummies. But, I want retards this time. Dummies out, retards in. Let's see how the retards do for 2 years. And then dummies back in.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A leisure pass. Now I'm going to be bothered by that all day.
Leisure pass.
That's the stuff that really
it's fun. It's leisure.
Just drives me nuts.
Oh, but leisure sounds fun.
I was easy passing my ass off over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Forgot where I was going. Where the fuck was I going? I don't even remember where I was going.
Through a toll, apparently.
And I forgot to put my Easy Pass up on the dashboard. So now I know I'm going to get that thing in the mail with, it was a lousy 75-cent toll. And I have Easy Pass, but it wasn't up on the dashboard. So now it's going to cost me, what, $50.75 because they have like a $50 surcharge if you forget to put your Easy Pass up on the dashboard. How is that legal?
They're looking to get rid of some of these toll takers. There's one bridge, can't remember which one it is, smaller one though, here in New York City, and they're pulling all fucking toll people out of it. Mm-hmm. So you either need an Easy Pass or they're using video identification of your car, and then they will mail you a bill.
Right.
Which to me sounds very expensive. But they were also going to charge Easy Pass people 10% more until they realized, why would you penalize the people that are making traffic flow more smoothly? So then they decided, well, we better penalize the people that don't have an Easy Pass 10%. You flip-flop that much, it just shows that someone's not even fucking thinking.
No, they're thinking. They don't care about the individual whatsoever.
No,
they don't give a shit about you.
No difference. But they represent us, Opie. They represent us. They're supposed to do our bidding.
Really?
That's why we're paying ridiculous taxes on shit, because apparently I didn't want it, but everyone else did. Oh, that's right. No, they didn't.
I was at the Huntington Fall Festival, and there was a lot of local politicians there.
Oh, yeah.
I actually
love showing up and shaking some hands.
And they're coming up to everybody, and at one point I just went, ugh, to a guy right to his face.
Good. Don't they all
just because he was
look
a politician?
Smarmy, real smarmy, slimy in their suit with their smile.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Dummy, and I'm running for shit fuck. And you're just like, ugh, get away.
All afternoon I was just avoiding them, but at one point I couldn't help. I just let out a ugh to the guy. He didn't even know how to respond to a ugh.
Yeah, I saw that fucking Amato once, or D'Amato. I saw D'Amato once down at the Oyster Fest down there, and I was just like, I just looked and went like, ugh. He's surrounded by all his cronies, and he's shaking hands and handing out pamphlets. Ugh, yuck.
Someone is asking, Vince, what's up, Vince, from Bayonne. Honest question for Ope. Why don't you just leave the Easy Pass on your windshield?
That's true.
I don't know. I feel like some animal's going to just, like, break my window and grab it or something.
Like
I really do.
A thief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't put the Velcro on the dashboard where it just sticks nice, so when I'm going through, I just put it up there, and then I put it down. There's a nice slot under my radio that it fits perfectly in.
I just leave it on the Velcro and the windshield. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't do
Fuck
that.
it.
I mean, it's got me.
You don't even think about it.
It's screwed me a few times now.
Great game that you play, though, man, where it's like, how close can that fucking thing get to my windshield before it goes up? I've just missed. And once I hit the fucking thing, like my Easy Pass didn't work. And it just went thud right onto my windshield.
Nice.
And the guy's like, hey! That's when they get to be like the fucking big man.
Yeah.
All right, big man with your uniform. Big fucking man.
You see the guys that are hanging out outside the tunnel? The
you
transit
think you're
workers?
a fucking authority figure? Yeah, here you go, you big fucking man.
Those guys seem like fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They really do. Maybe there's a few that listen to our show.
I don't know.
If you listen to our
Whatever.
show, then you're not an asshole, obviously. But the rest of them are.
Yeah, the rest of them are.
Or all of a sudden they hold up traffic dramatically because they got to like walk across a couple lanes,
Dude,
and it's like, but they take their time on purpose.
It
and
is-
you know, they're doing it on purpose. I hate
Yes.
when you know when someone's doing something on purpose to you.
They will never fucking rush, or even they'll go slow on purpose.
Of course,
every
they will.
fucking time you're just trying to get through, they'll shut down one of the lanes and slowly saunter.
Yeah.
And then they hold you up. Like, even though they're back on the, like, sidewalk part where they're safe, they'll still hold you up and then go, all right, now you can go.
Yeah.
It's like, look,
But they
I wasn't
hold you-
gonna go until you fucking
Right.
got up
Relax.
there. Don't worry
Relax,
about
asshole.
it.
And they'll
Fucking
hold
idiot.
you back that extra second. You know what I mean? To kind of make
Yeah,
it
yeah.
hurt a little bit. Like, really?
Just
This is what you got to do to feel good about yourself every day?
Yeah. You got to play the Buscemi
Of
part.
course we do.
Go back on that one, Danny, a little bit.
Yeah, this is
I
great.
love Buscemi going through the fucking parking thing.
Fargo.
It's just like the tolls.
Hi. How you doing?
Yeah, I decided not to park here.
Decided not to park here.
Well, what do you mean? You decided not to park here?
Yeah, I just came in. I decided not to park here, so.
But, well, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, I decided not to. I'm not. I decided not to take the trip, as it turns out. So.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. We still got to charge you the $4.
I just pulled in here. I just fucking pulled in here.
Well, but see, there's a minimum charge of $4. Long-term parking charges by the day.
I guess you think you're, like an authority figure? That stupid fucking uniform, huh, buddy? King clip-on tie there, big fucking man, huh?
King clip-on
These
tie
are the limits
there.
of your life, man. Rule of your little fucking gate here. Here. There's your $4, you pathetic piece of shit.
Perfect. Fucking
good.
perfect.
King clip-on
Can I-
tie, big fucking man. King clip-on tie.
Perfect. That is perfect. I got to handle Tom in Philly. Go ahead, Tom.
Opie, I'm usually always on your side, dude, but every one of you motherfuckers who has your Easy Pass not on the windshield, you hold it up against the windshield, and then you wait for the little green light, and sometimes it doesn't go, and you're hitting your fucking brakes. Put it on the fucking windshield.
Well,
a plastic holder for it, and with the little suction cup,
Yeah.
and takes down when you get out of the car.
Well, Tom, you would be correct, but in this case, I zipped through at 60 miles an hour. It's one of those that you just keep going. And I forgot to put it up on the dashboard.
Oh, why don't you
it
just
wasn't one with a gate or any of that crap.
Why don't you get the one that mounts on your license plate?
Oh, the license plate
Yeah.
one.
That way you don't even got to worry
It's
about
not
it.
a bad idea.
Fuck that.
See?
Fuck that.
It's like a big fucking...
That looks gay.
Because there
Are you allowed to
times-
say that still? That looks gay.
That looks gay.
You might upset some people.
Yeah.
Like Travis.
Travis is gay?
Travis,
Yeah.
he's so gay.
Yeah, he fucking follows the Canadians. He has to be.
Sucks my dick all the time.
Habs.
It
It is true, though. The guy does make a point. There are some people that go through that Easy Pass, and I'm not talking about the fast lane ones.
I always get behind those guys. It's when you pull up to the toll, it's like potluck. It's like a little fucking. It's
Yeah.
like a game show.
Yeah, you don't
And
know.
I always get behind the guy that like doesn't have an Easy Pass, didn't realize it was an Easy Pass lane in a lot of cases. You're like, no.
Yeah.
I always leave enough room so I could switch lanes real fast. I don't trust anybody.
It's also the fucking people, though, that have it. It's set up fine. They go. They come to a full stop. The gate goes up. They have to wait for the little green light, and then they go. Now, I understand this is a matter of seconds, people. I'm not freaking out like a madman, but it annoys me to no end because it's like, you can roll through that fucker. And I don't think, if there's a car in front of me,
Right.
I ain't waiting for the gate to fucking come down. I'm choo-choo training right through with the motherfucker.
Wait, you could choo-choo train through?
Yes, it stays
I didn't know
up
that
when
until
you got
today.
an Easy Pass. It's
I
fantastic.
thought it's one of these click things. It's got to go back down
They don't
to register
like it.
you.
They don't like when you do it.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
and then today, going through the Midtown Tunnel,
Yeah.
I had the joy, the privilege of being behind an NYPD car with a guy in front of the NYPD car. So all I did was smash my brakes, trying to stay at exactly 25 miles an hour because the van Perish the Thought does 27 miles an hour with a cop behind him, thinks he's going to get pulled over in the tunnel.
When the cop is frustrated,
The
too.
cop
like
is pissed. He wants to move.
Because he's just a guy in a car, too. He doesn't want to be behind a slow guy.
You know, I understand you can't shoot through there like one of the fighters coming out of the Galactica, but fuck, you know, get out of the, go a little faster. Christ. People, yuck.
All right. So that's how we start today.
Yes.
Brett Favre blew it yesterday.
Brett Favre, a little blowjob action in the hockey, a little fucking hoarders.
Blowjob gesture. I
Yes.
can't believe people haven't seen that yet. People saying tweet it. I tweeted it yesterday.
Look for it. If you have the ability to look at tweets, you have the ability to look at the fucking clip.
Let me just look really fast here, Anthony, for the people at home.
People are crazy. Darth Tater. We talked about Darth Tater. Darth Tater. She was freaking out at Darth Tater.
That's going to make me laugh all day.
I love Darth Tater.
Darth Tater. Look, if you go to my Twitter, OP Radio, it's the second tweet in. You could see the blowjob gesture. I tweeted yesterday. But you guys should be able to find this shit on your own. Oh, I also saw Kevin Connolly at the game yesterday. He's a huge Islander fan. Or Islanders fan. Of Entourage?
Yes.
Entourage fame? I felt like Jimmy. I took a picture of him.
Get a picture?
All blurry and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
You didn't set it up like Jimmy does.
No, I didn't take it with him.
Oh, you did.
I was the creep putting up my phone real fast and getting a picture of a celebrity.
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neal's going to be in today.
Patricky.
Very happy about
Yeah,
that.
Patrice is a good egg.
He'll be here at 7:30, so maybe what we could do next, Ant, is seg right into Jocktober. Get that out of the way.
Right, that way
Because
we don't have to
Patrice
worry
he'll have a lot to say. He doesn't need Jocktober.
No.
Jocktober's pretty much filler for me and you. We know that, right?
Of course. It's a month of filler. It's the bestest month ever.
We go to Seattle today.
Seattle?
We go to Seattle today.
Two hit for the room or pop?
What do you want me to tell you? What format, or you want to be surprised?
Tell me the format.
Country.
Country. Holy shit.
Yeah,
have we ever done a country Jocktober?
I don't know. We might have to do.
Very curious.
We might have to do the country bit if Patrice is here today.
Looking
at the top 10 country songs in America and trying to figure out what they're singing about.
What they're singing.
That is a great bit. We haven't done that in a while.
I haven't.
Maybe if we get all the news and all that shit out of the way, we could do some of that radio today for everybody. So we'll see what happens to what's his name there on the Islanders, Wisniewski. What do you think? What's your prediction? Blowjob gesture to Avery. Everyone's watching the video.
I don't know enough about hockey like rules and how strict they are with shit like that to know what they'll do to him. I think the gesture itself is so awkward that they might just want to forget about it. Like, if they make a big deal about it, it's going to be all over the news and everything.
Just
Maybe
ignore that it happened?
Ignore it. Maybe they'll fine them.
Because, you know what?
I don't know.
Wow, I like your take on this because I don't think they could show it on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can. And no one called to tell me that they did see it on TV as far as like ESPN or whatever.
But if something happens, now they're going to be like,
right,
we got to show it.
And then they show it all pixelated, making it even worse for the NHL.
Yeah, it'll look even
worse. Maybe they just let it go.
Maybe they just say, we didn't see nothing.
No fucking way.
I didn't see nothing.
No fucking way. They got to do something. And I bet you they do something harsh, a few games. Few game suspension.
Imagine if he had to blow Avery. It's like the penalty. Well, hey, you offered.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great sports club. All right, man. We're just getting warmed up. Stay there.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Silver Sun Pickups. Opie and Anthony. Because they were asking yesterday, Anthony.
Yeah.
Kentucky Musket. The online feed is fucked up. Donnie Bear from Allentown. What the hell is going on? I'm hearing two different shows.
Are they closing all the factories down?
In Allentown?
I want to know.
Here in Allentown. Pete in Virginia, the internet
Pete.
feed is all messed up this morning. About every 5 to 10 minutes, it goes to Ron and Fez. Dave in Bethlehem. Now it jumped to the beginning of the show with a British dude.
That's exactly what we had planned.
Yeah.
See, it's going just as planned.
Butkus from Jersey, internet feed is fucked up. And one more, Jersey Hitman writes, online feed switched to Jimmy interviewing some British dude. So, there you go.
All right.
Because I
at least he got Jimmy.
I had a meeting in the elevator yesterday after the show. You know, perfect place to have meetings. And they said, look,
It really is.
we've done some research and the internet feed is working just fine. So, I don't know. There you go. There's some...
Maybe it's
instant feedback on the internet feed.
I'm willing to go out on a limb here and say I think it's everybody that's complaining about the internet feed is fucking up and doesn't know how to work the computer.
Perfect.
And they have completely screwed it up. They're listening to another show. They fucking their computer has a virus, something. Because we're fine here. So you people just shut up.
There you go. So I don't know. Maybe they'll try to figure it out today. Something is weird. Because they go, look, every time we look into it, it seems like it's working fine. I'm like, then I have the argument. I'm like, but it's not working fine because we're getting a lot of complaints every day. So obviously something's going on.
Yeah.
So we got to go deeper into the situation here to try to figure it out. Maybe it's a certain phone it's happening to. Maybe it's third-party software. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know that shit.
I don't either.
All I know is that something's wrong with the feed because we hear about it every morning. So... Let's try to figure it out for the people out there.
Oh, I don't know. It's all so confusing with all the computer stuff. You see the commercials for the old people phones?
Yeah.
I love those goddamn things.
How complicated is it?
It's like, hey, there's one where a guy calls up his brother, I guess.
Right.
And his brother's at home, and he's got like a phone from 1975, and his brother's like, guess where I'm calling from? Where? I'm on the street. And he's like, what? I've got one of those cell phones. Like, they're talking like it's fucking 1987.
How hard could it be?
And then he goes, oh, but they're so complicated. No, this is and it's a phone with like giant fucking numbers. It's got the smallest screen, but like you can't do anything on it but call, like if you break a hip.
Right.
Or your brother.
It's the break the hip phone.
It's the break the hip phone. The jitterbug is one of them.
I hate to admit it, but my mom sort of talking to her these days, sort of.
Yeah.
Since the kid was born,
Delving.
Sort of talking, but that relationship sailed away.
Yeah.
But just kind of keeping it peaceful, I guess. And she wants one of those phones.
A jitterbug?
And she said, in case I fall outside the house.
There you go.
So these old people know they got to get the break the hip phone.
Because they got that inside thing. I'm falling and I can't get up. You know, you could get the pendant.
Yeah.
But then if you're outside the house, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah.
So you got the jitterbug, which
the
jitterbug. It's if you ask me,
jitterbug.
The iPhone killer.
Who sang that?
The jitterbug.
The jitterbug.
The jitterbug.
That was an 80s hit, huh?
It certainly was. Yeah, the
In Case You Go.
Oh yeah.
The jitterbug.
That was Wham.
Was it Wham?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
That was it. No, I'm just saying it's a...
Dr. Ruth needs a fucking break the hip phone.
She's just some senior citizen. So dead. Yeah, she's so dead right now. This commercial from 88.
Yeah, she's so dead.
They still play her. Like, they have new
yeah.
commercials, but they still have this broad on.
I think everybody should have the Life Alert pendant.
One woman that's in the bathtub, and she falls down, and her daughter finds her in the tub.
Oh yeah.
How hard is that? You don't want to find your mom in the tub. Looks like The Shining.
Every time you go visit mom or dad, talking to the older audience, and they don't answer the door, you're like, oh no, what am I going to find inside?
Just start sniffing underneath the door. If you smell something a little foul,
Oh,
call the authorities.
No, I got to go inside.
The commercial always bothers me because I guess the daughter, like, she throws the groceries on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like she's probably been there for hours. Can't you just take another 3 seconds and just put the groceries down?
What happened to the groceries?
You just hope that her pet dog isn't gnawing away on her face.
Just chewing.
Oh, God.
That water-soaked, easy-to-bite-through skin.
Then you're relieved that they're just in the bathroom or something.
It's
okay.
like, oh,
Oof.
okay. Whew.
All right.
Here's another day. They're all right another day.
Right.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah.
See, we talk about real shit on our show.
Oh, it's just the way it is. Once they get a little older, you start thinking,
Where's Sambo? We got to do some Jocktober.
Sam!
And by the way, fuck Phil Mushnick in his fuckhole. This piece of shit.
Mushnick.
He wrote an article on, it's titled Bitter Dregs of a Pop Culture Gone Red Bull.
Yeah.
This piece of shit, Phil Mushnick, who I guess started out as a sports columnist and now he's spreading out to other areas.
Now he thinks anyone wants to know his opinion on everything. What the fuck is this?
And he's a bad sports reporter because he hates sports at this point. So move aside and let someone else write about it.
Yeah, let a young buck in there.
But he's writing an article because of what happened to that poor kid in Rutgers who killed himself after he was taped kissing a guy on the internet.
Right.
You know the story.
Yes.
You heard our take on it. We thought it was horrible what happened to the kid and all that.
But again, I also said I don't think the people that put the camera in there and shit were trying to expose him or trying to kill him or bullying him. I think they did a dumb prank that went way the fuck wrong. I mean, look at fucking American Pie.
Right.
That movie had the same premise.
Right.
Guy's in there. He's going to have some sex. The girl comes in, and then they're just all watching him on camera. It's like, oh, that's,
Well, what about Porky's?
Porky's.
Didn't they fucking get the audio going?
Holes in the shower.
Holes in the shower, but didn't they record it? Wasn't there some kind of recording device?
Did they? A device to record.
And then
sex and blowjobs.
Then the broad from Sex in the City.
Yes.
Her moans were heard throughout the fucking arena or something, right?
It was just
or the high school or something, or the gymnasium?
In the gym, but it wasn't recorded.
Oh,
she was
wasn't
just being
mic'd?
very loud.
You sure it wasn't mic'd?
Positive. She was just being real loud.
And what the fuck do I know?
Very loud. I talked to Ira in the hallway the other day.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'd like to come back on your show. I was like, all right, we'll have you back on. He goes, not on a Friday. I want to come on a new day. I'm like, all right.
Book them for tomorrow.
Fucking book them.
Get them here tomorrow, man.
Love the Ira.
People love Ira.
Doesn't.
Bitter dregs of a pop culture gone Red Bull. Only to those who haven't been paying close enough attention could it have come as a shock. Late last month, 18-year-old Rutgers freshman Tyler Clementi committed suicide, jumping off the George Washington Bridge after two other 18-year-old freshmen, his roommate and a female accomplice, used a webcam to broadcast Clementi in a gay sexual encounter. Gay. This is just prank shit, unfortunately, that's been going... Not even unfortunately. This prank shit's been happening for the beginning of time.
It's just, I don't know, it's funniest thing.
I'm working on it.
Time. There are certain words that work so well.
This story led local newscasts and made national network news for days to follow. Days. Shocking story. Except not really, Mr. Fuckface said.
Yeah.
The two young antagonists in this tragedy seem to have only acted upon their training and preconditioning.
Oh, is that it?
And, as have tens of millions of American teens over the last two generations, they were targeted, trained, and conditioned to be remorseless wise guys.
Wise guys.
Guys.
Really?
Covertly recording one's gay roommate as he is having sex and sharing that video with anyone who would similarly find that as clever or as funny or as high five, howling fantastic, certainly qualifies in 2010 America as entertainment. Right up there. Ready for this, Anthony?
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
With the renewal of MTV's Jersey Shore and Find Me the Next Opie and Anthony Drive Time Radio. That's what our show's about, you cocksucker.
That guy never listens. Fuck him.
You piece of shit. We're doing a little more than edgy stuff, and actually our edgy stuff is not really happening much anymore.
It's very
you
difficult
fucking jizzbag.
Very difficult to do that type of radio anymore, so you have to adapt and overcome and come up with other things to do. I don't know, this guy's so out of touch anyway.
We're way more intelligent and way more real than you are, Phil Mushnick,
Hey,
you piece
speak
of
for
shit.
yourself. Oh.
Piece of shit.
Phil Mushnick.
And then it goes on and on and on and on. But basically, he's blaming, people like you and I, Anthony, and that's why people are recording their gay roommate.
If I could be a rock in a river that deflects the water in a way that many, many years from now forms a giant canyon that might not have been there if my rock was not in that river, I feel that I've affected society. Society. It's great. No, and if this guy wants to pin that on me, so be it. I'm in line with some great people in this world.
Wow, that's your
take. Most of which I won't mention right now because some of them. But yeah, fuck it. If I could actually,
we had a real take on that whole situation. We talked honestly and openly about it, and had a really good discussion about that. Phil Mushnick, you piece of shit.
Exactly.
Why don't you write another column about how you hate sports?
Yeah, go ahead. A sports column about how you hate sports.
That's wonderful. That's really taking care of your readers.
Look what I do to Phil Mushnick.
Exactly. Blowjob gesture.
I'm doing blowjob gesture.
Blowjob gesture for Phil Mushnick.
I don't know what you guys are so mad at him for. He compared you to Jersey Shore. That's awesome.
Oh,
is it?
Fuck.
Sounds like a great article
and
to
of
me.
course, Sam is in the studio.
Well, I mean, my whole take on that shit is, yeah, we do some crazy stuff on the show, absolutely, but that's not the only thing we do.
Not anymore.
We have some very good open discussions on everything happening in the world.
Yeah, the show's
way more
adapted,
intelligent than anything Phil
changed.
Mushnick could come up with.
Nick.
Fucking jizzbag.
And you know something? Society's just changed in the whole. It's just changed because of technology, things that are available. Yeah, kids, they're not being trained to be remorseless assholes that do this. It's I think the same thing was said about TV and radio and shit like that. It's another form of entertainment that has come out where everybody has the opportunity to throw a video up on YouTube or wherever else and become the semi-celebrity for the week or month or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
hours if you're lucky.
I know if you're lucky.
That's what that has come down to.
But it's technology, Phil. I don't know if Phil understands technology.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he really understands, because he's talking about a TV show that he probably heard about.
Right.
And a radio show that you can't do shit like that on radio anyway anymore.
We haven't done anything close to that in many, many years.
Like
he's a few years away from the jitterbug, so we gotta feel a little sorry for.
I'm Phil Mushnick. I use the jitterbug.
The jitterbug.
When I call in my stories, copy boy.
Copy boy. There hasn't been a copy boy in years, Phil. Oh, stop the presses. Whatever.
He blames.
Hate Phil Mushnick.
He's blaming MTV, Spike Network, True TV, Fuse TV, Fuel TV. If it has TV in its name, he's blaming it.
Sorry, there's not fucking 13 channels to get up and change from your couch anymore. There's a lot of shit going on and a lot of time to fill.
So reap, so.
Phil.
He writes, so reap. Now I got to read more of this. Things, ugly things that once just didn't happen.
Ugly thing.
Or only rarely happen are now standard. They happen because they have to happen. It's a matter of logical conclusion to the illogical stimuli that drives abhorrent behavior. Brawls among adults at youth league ball games have become commonplace. No, they fucking haven't, Phil Mushnick. When one happens, it's reported all over the place, making it look like it's an epidemic. I got a lot of nephews that play a lot of fucking sports. I haven't seen one brawl yet, asshole.
Oh, God.
Not one brawl yet, asshole. Are they happening? Sure. It's not commonplace, though. That's a big leap. Why? Because there is no other landing place, Anthony.
Yeah, huh?
That first wave of kids who were raised on trash-talking, immodest, me-first behavior as TV, all sports, video game makers, and marketing strategists demanded are parents now.
Yep.
Strategists, sorry. Their frame of reference is only what it could be. How could they instill sportsmanship when it's an unknown concept? Unknown concept. That's what sports have become. Over-the-top sportsmanship. You fucking jizzbag! That's all it's about. Everyone wins. Remember, you douche? You know about all that. That's what's commonplace in sports. Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone wins. Everyone is all about sportsmanship. What are you talking about?
This line is fantastic.
Thank God you're going to read, because I'm having a tough time reading.
He said, well, first of all, he says, you went through the TV channels already and stuff.
Sure.
ABC's America's Funniest Home Videos now attaches laugh tracks to clips of people being thrown headfirst from horses, skis, skateboards, trampolines, dirt bikes, motorcycles, and roofs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
People enjoy watching other people get hurt.
But
it's just, that's the way it is.
Can we throw a little logic at him that he doesn't understand?
They're not snuff flicks either.
Let's go Three Stooges, asshole.
Oh.
This has been happening since the dawn of TV.
Hey, Mo, hand me that saw.
Right. So why are you trying to make it sound like this is something brand new?
Yeah.
Three Stooges was fucking huge.
Violent as all hell.
Extremely violent. And guess what? All that was done for laughs, because in the end, if someone face plants on skis, it's hilarious.
Of course.
And you know it's even hilarious, Phil Mushnick.
Mushnick is retarded. Listen to this. This is great. Best-selling rappers have returned the N-word while chanting greater regard for handguns and designer labels than for young women. And this tells his age right here, so this tells how out of touch this fuck is. Red Bull has replaced Yoo-hoo. And, yeah.
Yoo-hoo!
Red Bull has replaced Yoo-hoo, and Snooki has moved in for Gidget. Gidget? Gidget?
Look,
really, Phil?
We're a bit on the older side now, Anthony, and that's not even our time, Gidget.
We're closer to death than birth, Opie.
I know. I do the math every night when I fall asleep.
Every night I look at the ceiling and do the math.
Every fucking night. You don't think I do that math?
Freezing my head.
Oh, my God.
Don't care.
We're in the second half of our lives, and it's the bad second half when everything starts breaking down.
It's right after the click, click, click stops on the roller coaster, and you go to that part, and we all know how quickly that ride ends.
Wow, we're doing.
And you know what? You can't say, "Can we do it again?"
Nope.
I'm sure one ride per customer.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that does I'm closer to blank age than blank age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you can fill in the numbers yourself for your world. Because it started when I said, holy shit. I remember going, holy shit, I'm closer to 30 than 18.
Yeah.
And man, I wish I had that back.
Was that like that was 2 years ago?
Yeah, two and a half.
Years, 2.5?
2.5 years
I
ago.
remember that one.
Now I'm closer to 40 than fucking 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like watching those insurance commercials on TV where the guy goes, "This is Bob. He's 45 years old, has 2 children and a wife. He'd pay for insurance," and then they go through this whole thing. And you see this guy, Bob, and you're like, that guy's fucking old. Like, he's fucking bald. He's got glasses, gray hair all over. He's got, like, adult kids running around and shit. It's like, fuck. What happened?
Oh, no.
I know.
Unbelievable.
God, Bob, have a drink and fucking invite Danny over.
So he says, how could they instill sportsmanship when it's an unknown concept? And then he has the Gidget line, like you said, Ant.
Gidget.
Consider the most popular primetime cable TV shows during their formative years. 15 to 20 years ago was the vulgar, homophobic, misogynistic, drug-fueled, crotch-centric pro wrestling garbage Vince and Linda McMahon and Ted Turner weekly presented.
Best wrestling ever, by the way, was back then.
And I got so entertaining.
2 words for Phil Mushnick.
Oh.
Suck it.
Suck it.
There you go.
Yes.
Suck it.
Suck it.
What can I do?
Oh, blowjob move.
Blowjob gesture. Why don't you talk about that in your column today, you asshole?
Blowjob gesture. Come on.
I've hated Phil Mushnick for years
He's a dunce.
he's just not an honest guy. He doesn't like writing about sports anymore, so he's not going to step aside because he likes the paycheck he's getting
Lady
from it.
Gaga has replaced Mae West. What?
Best-selling rappers, you did that. What possible good can come from any of this? Put it all together, and there must be a bigger and bigger price to pay. It's inevitable. So reap. 2 Rutgers freshmen set up a third, showing him on a webcam having gay sex. That's a horrible thing to do to anybody.
I know.
We all know that. And most people listening to our voices and saw the story on the news know it's wrong and would never do it, you idiot.
No. It's not an instance
I don't like
where
when the media
everyone
takes one incident and blows it up like it's an epidemic.
Everyone's doing it.
We all got bullied as kids. Just about all of us. And most bullies got bullied as well.
Yes. Bullies.
All of a sudden it's an epidemic. Why? Because unfortunately a few kids kill themselves? That sucks.
It's easier to bully now. Cyberbullying. That's what they call it. Cyberbullying. Although I don't think Phil Mushnick knows what that means.
And I think there's way more tolerance toward gay kids and gay people in general in the year 2010.
Oh my
Phil
God,
Mushnick.
who doesn't love the gay? I love the gay.
Kids are kissing all over the goddamn place right now.
The gay is fine. I have my issues with certain people of certain ethnic backgrounds all over. They're prejudices that have been ingrained in me since childhood.
Sure.
I can't really just ditch them. And some of them I'm sorry about. Some of them just prove themselves every day. But the gay, I have no problem with the gay.
I know, and I think a lot of people would be surprised by that. But we are fans of the gay.
They're fucking
we are fans of the gay.
amazing with the decorating places. They keep their houses nice. They fucking work for a living.
We're like the
I
Kathy
don't
Griffin
care.
of radio shows.
Well, slow down. I hate
Very
her.
gay friendly.
No, I don't hate
Gay
her.
friendly. I want to
Why'd I
be
say that? I'm
the
sorry.
Margaret Cho
bad
of
mood.
radio.
Yes, not gay,
Yes.
but very gay friendly.
Very gay friendly.
Did you just make a Bonnie ass reference there?
That was hysterical. No, I didn't. I just saying Margaret Cho, but when Voss said Bonnie's ass looks like Margaret Cho's face.
That's hilarious.
That is the worst thing you can say about a girl's ass.
By the way,
Holy shit.
I took his dumb movie home yesterday.
Good.
And I asked him how I was supposed to watch it, so I watched it properly. If you were listening yesterday, that makes
Properly.
sense. So I watched it properly, and goddamn, they're onto something.
They're onto something there?
A lot of big stars.
Big stars.
So you sow, reap, victim then killed himself. Yeah, I know. In other words, 2 terribly insensitive, no sense of circumstances, 18-year-olds out of 3. He's a horrible writer, too.
He really
man.
is.
Let me try that sentence again. And
Yeah.
I know I'm not the greatest reader in the world, but, man, this is a fucked up sentence. In other words...
Yeah.
That's a comma.
Oh.
In other words, comma, 2 terribly insensitive, comma, no sense of circumstances, 18-year-olds out of 3.
Wow, that's question mark.
Question mark. That is a fucked up sentence.
So, Reeve, 2 Rutgers freshmen set up a third, showing him on a webcam having gay sex. The victim then killed himself. Oh, the victim then killed himself?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, 2 terribly insensitive, no sense of circumstance, 18-year-olds out of 3? Oh, 2 terrible out of 3.
What?
In 2010, that's about all right. Okay. What he's saying is...
Thank you.
2 of them out of 3
right.
are scumbags and terribly insensitive. 2 out of 3? Guess that's good in 2010 because the third kid was the one that was set up and he killed himself.
Right.
So 2 out of 3 are scumbags and 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf said.
Yeah.
I want you. I need you.
This is a poorly written article, Phil
Horribly,
Mushnick.
Phil Mushnick stinks.
All right, buddy.
Look what I do to Phil Mushnick.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
You're on our radar. We'll have some fun with Phil Mushnick.
Cyberbully him.
He
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna
fucking
cyberbully him.
paper bullied us.
So
What he
suck
did.
it.
Whatever.
Boom. Suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Yeah, suck it. That's what I do.
Should we do a little Jocktober?
Please.
Can we get the Jocktober intro, please?
It's very loud. I gotta pull the headphones off a little bit. That intro comes on.
Anticipation is
Hurts.
killing me.
I know. I don't know when it's gonna come on. It's very scary.
I love it.
I got tinnitus so fucking bad lately because the other stuff, like the promos and shit, are so much louder than our voices in the headphones that I swear I'm getting fucking crazy tinnitus.
Yeah,
where it's like, that's why if anybody's noticed, the second I finish a read, I rip the headphones off. Like I just found out headphones give you brain tumors if you wear them for 30 seconds. because it comes on so fucking loud. And they say it doesn't, you don't hear it on the air. It's like, yeah, but it's fucking my ears up.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Come on, help me out here, Henry.
Regular
I'm
radio,
going deaf.
Regular radio, they smooth everything, all the levels.
Run it through some kind of capacitor or something.
But with this satellite,
capacitor.
You get this crisp audio
It's
right in your
hurting.
ears.
I'm getting tinnitus.
Ira tomorrow?
Ira.
I believe he's being worked on.
All right, good. Jocktober time.
This is awesome.
A celebration of craptastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
Great. Thank you.
So turn up this turd-tacular radio.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
It's Jocktober.
Yeah.
Sambo, who are we talking about today for this fine Jocktober?
Well, we're heading in a western direction.
Western direction?
Yes.
This is, now you know, Jocktober. Is this a first for us? A country Jocktober?
It's certainly not common. I can't
No.
confirm that it's necessarily a first, but it
But can you
could
deny
be.
it?
I couldn't deny it either.
Not confirm or deny.
Right. So it could be a first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we're listening to Seattle's Country 94.1 with Candy and Potter in the morning.
Candy and Potter?
Candy and Potter.
Now, the thing about Candy and Potter is they have a little tagline.
Yeah.
They're married, ...
On the radio?
To each other.
No, they're not.
What?
They're married. They're a married couple. Married on the radio.
Are they really?
Oh, yes.
So they never have time away from each other.
Wow.
Which is very important in every marriage.
Maybe they're soulmates.
So they go home together after they work together?
That's right. To their kid.
Well, that's fucked up.
To their kid.
All right. Candy starts her weekend in 4 words.
That's their bit. What's your weekend in 4 words?
What?
Oh, my God.
Like,
what do you mean?
This is going to suck? No.
Like, you gotta, like, if I called a show and he said, Sam, what's your weekend in 4 words? I'd say special delivery, Sam Dave. Because that's what I did over the weekend.
I got one for you, Sam.
What's that?
What's the format? 4 words?
4 words.
For the weekend?
Yeah.
I hope you die.
Why?
I'm just playing along.
What does that have to do with your weekend?
Oh.
No, it's your weekend. I had one for you.
Need lawyer
No.
charges pending.
We're trying to do a friendly morning show here. We don't want to hear anything like that for the 4 words.
Sorry.
Those are not the 4 words.
All right. Sorry.
Well, see, that's how you play this fun
Yes.
game. Yeah. But I'm sure they don't play it in that way. They got to keep it safe for everyone, right?
Keep it friendly. It's the morning.
I know. Keep it friendly.
They got a guy named Steve who does the show with them.
Yes. Hello, I'm Country Steve McGay. He's gay.
All right, well, Candy starts her weekend in 4 words. That's her bit, I guess. She goes for some jokes but gets nothing.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Another broad on the radio.
Here she is.
With her husband.
People are asking me if I like broads on the radio. There's a few shows I do like out there. There's a few people that know how to do it right. Martha Stewart's daughter does great radio with her friend there. I don't know the name of the show, but
I have to give that a listen.
Alexis and what's the other one? Alexis and
Ira.
Alexis and Ira.
Yeah,
Jennifer
and Alexis do a pretty good show for a couple women on the radio. Yes, see, I could give women compliments that do radio shows.
Couple of broads talking about broads.
When I lived in Boston, 2 chicks dishing. When the radio chick was up there, she was good with her partner
2
up
chicks
there.
dishing.
As far as women on the radio go,
And once one
there's
of
a
the
few out
dishes
there.
left, what happened?
Then she came down to New York.
And then what happened? Not so good. Not so much.
Delilah's good.
Why?
Delilah.
Delilah sucks black cock.
Oh, I get it.
No, we don't know. We don't know if Delilah sucks the black cock. We have no idea. Is she the love song broad?
Thank you.
She's relaxing. Delilah.
But it's all love songs for people that are going through some tough times.
Yeah, and she speaks in a soft voice and tells you to sit back with a nice hot cup of coffee by the fire.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Wow, that sounds very peaceful
Soothing.
and nice.
Sure.
Soothing.
Great way to end the day.
All right, let's do this. Candy starts her weekend in 4 words, going for some jokes, but gets nothing.
What was your weekend in 4 words? You can text in, because that's easy with...
Oh, what was your weekend? I thought...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's not how you heard it, right, Aunt?
She should tell her husband there, I fucked your friend.
That would be
Now
good.
that would get a laugh.
It would get a laugh. I would laugh.
Yeah, come on.
What was your weekend in 4 words? You can text in, because that's easy with 4 words, obviously, 54994, or you can always call us, 800-464-94FM. Most interesting 4 words will get you some prizes this morning. Candy, what was your weekend in 4 words?
Please let me leave. Please. This is all. I spent a lot of time out of the house this weekend.
This Jocktober writes itself.
What happened?
Wow.
And for the people out there, we tell Sam, please don't do like a greatest hits of awfulness. Just get one stupid show and get some highlights. It's yesterday's show, right? This stuff writes itself.
I gave you AIDS, baby. That was what. Please let me leave.
So?
What is the what?
Did you ever repeat it?
Please. This is all. I spent a lot of time out of the house this weekend because Potter wasn't feeling well, and the rule was he wasn't going to be around the baby.
Right.
Don't touch the baby. Don't look at the baby. Please don't lick the baby.
Don't look at the baby?
Yeah,
I didn't get that rule.
Don't lick the baby anymore. Please don't.
I got Can you entertain him from 10 feet away for a few minutes so that I can take a shower?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting watching you do that. But yeah, good show.
Kid's name's Potter?
Potter's the husband.
Oh. Right.
What happened there?
I don't know.
We got to get rid of
I don't know what happened.
We got to get rid of Jocktober. It's just too frustrating.
It's starting to sink in, right?
I don't really understand what they just did.
It's all fun in the beginning, and then you guys just start getting very frustrated.
You know what else happens with these married couples on the air that I'm seeing? They can't see that they don't know it's an inside thing.
Right.
Like if I say something to Opie about my weekend, right?
Right.
And you don't really totally get what I just said,
right.
You'll be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then I'll have to explain it a little better because maybe I didn't add enough detail or whatever. They're married and they were doing this together so they could talk to each other like, oh, we know what we're talking about. But the listener's sitting there going, what the fuck are they talking about?
And so Steve is not doing a good job of bringing everybody in. He sucks.
I guess
The kid's sick?
No,
Who's
actually,
sick?
you got that
Who's
completely
sick?
wrong. The husband,
Potter,
was sick. So Potter
wasn't allowed to touch the baby because
wasn't
he's
allowed
sick?
to touch or look or lick the baby.
Yeah, don't lick the baby.
That was the joke.
It was a little risque
What?
right there.
Where's the joke?
Oh,
What?
Uncle Paul, if he was here.
By the way, James in
Uncle
Seattle, on Candy and Potter's website, they have this hilarious marriage scorecard.
Don't.
That their producer does.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
I mean, that's
It gets brought up?
It gets brought up. Let's just say
Okay, all right.
something similar.
Candy tells a story that is both mundane and asinine, Anthony.
Did she mean it to be?
I don't think so.
This is the Candy and Potter show out of season.
Ooh, is that them?
Yeah.
Let me see.
This is one of those stories.
Candy
that,
looks like she likes to eat a lot of.
I guess Candy's
She's a
expecting her
mom.
second child.
I mean, I don't think she's
Oh, is she?
pregnant. No, I don't think that's the case.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
She kind of looks that
She's
she might be with a child.
What is, yeah. Oh. Yeah, she's a little puffy.
Oh, boy.
A little puffy around the, yeah.
Have you ever had your wife come home and tell a story about something that happened during the day, and you go, you just sit there like, why are you telling me this? Like, imagine if she was on the radio with you.
Wow, and that was the whole thing. She's just telling you these stories.
Right. This isn't interesting.
Well, you're saying the story is both mundane and asinine. That's good news.
Right. Good. I mean, those are big words, so I think those are both positive things. I'm not sure.
Mundane and asinine.
But yeah, so I was out of the house a lot, and I went to Babies R Us, and I was in there. It was Toys R Us, and I was in there with him. And
by the way, Ann, I've been to Babies R Us and Bye Bye Baby.
I've gone in there to get gifts for
probably a dozen times in the last 5 months. Do you hear me talking about it?
Yeah,
why would I talk about it?
No.
Just in case something funny happens with some of the people that are around.
Nothing funny's funny happens at those stores.
Maybe not
You
the
don't
ones
think anything
go to.
funny is happening in Babies R Us?
What are you setting up for
It's
over
just
there?
a cavalcade.
But yeah, so I was out of the house a lot, and I went to Babies R Us, and I was in there. It was Toys R Us, and I was in there with him, and I listened to a guy and a girl, and they were obviously purchasing something off of Baby Registry. And the girl's argument was, I really don't want to get something just off the registry. It seems impersonal.
Get something off the registry.
And the guy's argument was, yeah, but just tell me whatever I have to do to get out of this store. I don't care. It's on the registry because they need it. Well, yeah, but we should really... No, what do you need? What do you want me to do? What do you want to buy? Do you want to buy this? And you just started picking stuff off shelves. Do you want to buy this?
Right.
Do you want to buy this? Whatever I got to do to get out of this store, I'm going to do it. And they just started cracking up laughing about the whole thing. The guy was not happy about being in that store.
The guy was there. It was birth control for him.
It
sounds like.
totally was.
That's what you hear when you're trying to watch anything you want to watch. Sports, something interesting on Discovery Channel, whatever it is, that is what you hear, and you just want to fucking punch her in the face.
Like you have to put the DVR on pause, and then you take a deep breath and look.
Deep breath,
what?
turn around.
What?
Let me pause. Hold on. You go like, hold on. Click. Turn around and go, yeah? Yeah?
Lay it on me.
Go ahead.
Get this over with.
Really? And then right when she finishes, you go, click, hit play again, and that should speak volumes.
And then she starts talking again. Pause again. Look again until she realizes.
No concept that you have no desire to hear a story at that moment.
just-
We're looking at a picture of Candy, and she looks like she lives in the woods.
Wow, what is going on with her there?
Does she live in the woods, Sam?
I don't think so.
No?
Seattle, Washington.
All right, well.
What's great also in that clip is that, like...
That would mean that there's something great in that clip.
Well, I thought it was great. It's one of my favorite things in Jocktober that we haven't even really talked about. She was trying to set
How
up...
does gravity work, Anthony?
Uh-oh.
Because she's a big girl. Do you fall to earth faster? How does that really work?
As a matter of fact, no. It doesn't matter.
I've heard that.
It's a constant.
In a vacuum tube.
Yeah, it's a constant.
This isn't a vacuum tube, though, so doesn't she fall to earth faster?
No, she wouldn't fall faster.
Yeah.
It's the famous experiment.
I know, it's a feather
done
in the
from
rock.
the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
By Galileo.
Yeah.
I love that she's trying to start a call-in topic of, do you buy off the registry or do you buy off the shelf?
Great topic, by the way.
Except she set it up so poorly, and it's such an awful topic that they have to move on. There's not one caller about it. They just, that's the end of the topic.
Just ditch it.
Right, and that happens all the time. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
When you listen to the next break and they're talking about something different because they've given up on that one.
Her profile's really weird.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. She looks like a fat guy.
She looks like,
She looks like someone, doesn't she?
Don't say
I can't
E-Rock.
quite place. Oh.
Who's it? She looks like,
By saying don't say E-Rock?
Yeah.
You just said E-Rock.
Oh, shucks.
oh, darn.
I saw what you
E-Rock
did
with long
there.
hair?
Darn it.
I think she looks like one of the SpongeBob SquarePants characters.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The one that with the boys.
Patrick,
Is it Patrick?
the
Look at
starfish.
you guys.
All right. Hey, Potter talks about his weekend in 4 words.
Oh, boy, this is going to be good.
Some of that husband-wife
Banter.
Oh, it says banted.
I know, that's my
banter starts
mistake.
to pop up. So you get to see the chemistry of the married couple on the radio.
What they're like at home.
My weekend in 4 words was built immunity to NyQuil. I came down with something Friday night and spent most of the weekend in bed not touching the baby, as Candy had said.
Don't touch the baby.
And I felt awful for Candy because she put up with, she had to watch the baby all weekend. I didn't get any sympathy because of that, but, that's another story.
Really?
Tell him.
Well, that's one of the cool things about being in a relationship before you have kids is you get sympathy.
When you're sick.
Yes.
You get something, right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what would you rather me do? Keep the 5-month-old alive or give you sympathy?
But if the situation were reversed, you would have taken care of Beck. So, I mean, it's not...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beck?
Yes, Beck.
Kid's name's Beck.
Doesn't she sound like a pleasure to have around the home?
She sounds like a joy.
Yeah.
Like just a joy.
Yeah, I get to go to work. Let's go together. Now we're going home together.
She's got a germ.
Wow.
She's got a germ issue, huh?
Well, she doesn't, yeah.
When someone's sick in the house, it doesn't matter. The kid's going to get sick, whether you're touching it or not. Doesn't she realize that? She's a germ freak. What do you order?
That's funny.
I can't even deal.
All right, well, this is going to be a quick Jocktober because this is just...
You're just fed up with them already. You just don't want anything to do with them.
It's like eating mashed potatoes.
Just,
I mean, you know.
She is really just bad. This really shows how dull.
This is a very bland show.
Yes.
There's no real...
nothing going on
Right.
here.
Very bland.
But they're married.
A caller calls up for the weekend in 4 words. Think Candy as a whole.
Is that quite? Do you think she is?
Oh.
We'll find out with this call.
Think Candy's a hole?
This will answer your questions.
Here we go.
The band Perry on the new 94.1 KMPS weekend in 4 words. What'd you do over the weekend? We got a text from the 206. Jack asked me out.
Yay! Finally. God, it took forever.
Husband's ex-wife's wedding. I'd love to know more about that story. And drank tons of beer. Well, let's see. Dina is on the phone. Dina, what was your weekend in 4 words?
Toes, lunch, shopping, fun.
I hope at the end of this story your toes are still attached.
My toes are...
What does that mean, you stupid broad?
I'm getting mad again. I
What's
keep
wrong?
forgetting how angry I get.
What does that mean?
These are your radio peers.
Fuck you, Sam.
You guys are in the same business. You're both hosts of a morning show.
Danny's playing 4 words for the husband. I love it. Fucked some fat pig.
I hope he didn't mean his wife.
Contemplated killing my family.
Oh.
Nice. All right.
Toes, lunch, shopping, fun.
I hope at the end of this story your toes are still attached.
My toes are purple with spider webs and spiders.
Happy Halloween!
Halloween pedicure.
That's funny.
Yes, it was.
That's nice. I got a pedicure this weekend, too, and when I came home to show Potter, he was like, it looks like something got dropped on your toe. They are
very nice.
They are a severe navy. It's a severe navy.
I'm getting really
wrong?
mad.
Why?
They're talking about pedicures, and the guy in there is not sticking up for fucking men.
I'm angry.
There's 2 guys in the room.
And they're just
Really?
shutting up and
Potter and
allowing them to
Steve.
talk about dumb pedicures.
Candy's got to get
And
her time in, too.
and if you're getting spider webs on your toes and all that shit, you're a fat broad.
Fuck.
Just a distraction from
What's
everything
bothering
else.
you about this, Anthony?
It's just infuriating listening to talk that you could listen to at like a fucking like a shower, like at a baby shower.
Like, you get annoyed if somebody was in the elevator having this conversation.
Oh, yes!
And that's only for 4 people, not on a radio show.
This is horrible. Horrible.
Jess got her nails done. We could talk about that.
No, that's okay.
Well, she's at least, she's cute.
Well, yeah.
Not like fucking Candy.
No, she isn't.
They are
very nice.
They are a severe navy. It's a severe navy color.
No,
It's very dark.
They're black. She's gone goth.
They're not black.
Well, it's Halloween time.
Yeah.
Yes, they're black.
It's fun. They're just
girls
really
ganging up
dark
on the guy.
blue.
Girls ganging up on the guy.
Yeah,
Look
watch out.
Look out.
Hey.
Girls win, girl power.
She can have whatever color she wants.
Yeah, she wants black, apparently.
Really,
That
really
one of the
dark
4 words?
blue.
Oh. Oh. I thought maybe that was a 4-word weekend. Something about black.
Black. Where else would go?
I don't know. Potter maybe was away.
He was in his sick bed
Yeah, he was sick.
downstairs.
Candy's 4-word weekend, black cock in ass.
Yes. Potter is a cuckold. I prepped the bull.
Candy again. I suspect he's gay.
Gay.
Not Potter.
And someone wrote gay sex at Park. Jimmy South, Vermont. But this is how you play the game if you're going to play a horseshit radio game. You have fun with it. You don't actually play legitimately.
No.
Like some factual information.
Right.
Stupid. God, so bad.
We move on with Candy and Potter out of Seattle. It's Jocktober, everybody. A tease for their big upcoming bit. What's that?
Oh.
Well, I wanted you guys to hear the tease before you knew what was coming next, the same way a radio audience would.
All right, let's do that. this is the tease.
Lee Bryce, love like crazy on the new 94.1. KMPS showers, becoming partly sunny, and then a high of 60. It's Candy and Potter. Our marriage report card is on the way here in just a second. It's the one time a week we give each other a letter grade for how we were as a spouse. And I will go ahead and I'll tell you right now, Candy's going to get an A+ today. But if she acted exactly the same way a year ago, she would have gotten an F.
What?
Think about why that would be. We'll get into the marriage report card next.
KMPS. Wow.
We have to think about it?
That's a great tease. Let me think about it. She sucked your cock, but she didn't used to.
No.
That's an F and then an A+.
What about she learned not to use teeth when she sucked his cock?
She gave up the ass. Finally. Could that be
Wait,
it?
she gave up, 5 words. That would have been a perfect 4-word weekend.
Oh.
She gave up
Could be
ass.
gave up the ass.
Could you turn it into shitter?
Gave up the shitter.
Gave up the shitter.
Gave up the shitter. That's right. That
So
would work.
That's perfect for Potter.
She had the baby.
Yeah.
The vag got a little stretchy.
Yeah.
So she went right for the fucking. He went for the ass. She finally said yes. A+.
You think that's
Years ago?
Oh, yeah.
F.
That's what we're going with, Sam. Are we correct?
No.
Did Candy give up the shitter?
You have to put it in context of a friendly morning show. That's not the type of thing.
Did Candy open up the place where the poo comes out?
Yeah.
No, I mean that's a little vulgar.
Did he put his pee-pee where her duty is?
in her cocky hole?
And Danny had another one. Busted inside again. Fuck.
These aren't like it's not something you want to hear in the morning first thing.
I think it's going to be great radio.
Oh, another one coming in for Potter.
Okay.
I fucked the babysitter. Thank you. That was an Opie original.
See?
Cheers.
If he just said that on the air and Candy went, what?
What? It's true. It's true.
He just had a
True,
mental
Candy.
breakdown.
He just starts talking. Yeah, fucked all the babysitters, everyone we've ever had.
Cursing on the air and revealing all his skeletons in his closet.
Did Potter really say 4-word weekend, I'm a kid toucher? That's how you play the game, though. See, this is why we do Jocktober, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly why. Because now we take their bit, we show them how it's done properly, and then maybe they will learn from us and jazz up the bit a little bit. Pump it up a little
Candy
bit. Yeah.
saying the baby's half.
I think
Now that could be a problem with old
Or if they want to play
Potter wouldn't be happy.
Or if they want to play it safe, because it is country, the
Yeah.
kid, not yours.
See, that would be safe.
And then that would be a discussion.
And you guys would do the marriage report card differently, too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be graded.
Well,
be
Anthony,
graded
are
on
you
a
ready
curve,
for
depending on young girls?
Are you ready for the marriage report card?
Am I?
It's time for Candy and Potter's marriage report card.
One time a week, Candy and I give each other a letter grade on how we've been as a spouse and a parent over the last week.
I was going to tell you, when we were out at the Poodle Dog and Fife for our Hole in the Wall tour, this guy who's been married 25 years goes, I don't know why you guys do that.
What?
I said, do what? And he's
Your
like,
show?
give each other grades. You're just asking for it.
Communication.
He said I was asking for it.
Communication. Well,
There's a whole nother world that we have no concept about.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is why I don't have a lot of friends as an older gentleman.
A gentleman.
Because this shit is really all around us, right?
Yes.
Friendly people?
Just
No,
mundane
no,
horseshit.
not friendly
Sam.
people.
Just
Oh.
mundane horseshit.
Just time
Crap.
wasting?
Right.
Wasting time.
Why
garbage.
are you telling me this?
Who is driving, listening to this, just going like, yeah. Oh, by the way, did you hear Candy and Potter today? God damn, they did this, the marriage report card. I was laughing.
Do you think people die in car accidents because they fall asleep at the wheel while Candy
Yeah,
and
just
Potter are
dozing off as Candy's rambling.
just killing kids?
Sam, would you allow me to say Negroes in front of you?
I would appreciate it if you didn't, but it's your show.
Max wants to play the 4-word weekend, and this one would be for Candy, I would assume. Ass raped by Negroes.
I wish I hadn't done that.
Damn.
That's not something you can take back.
You don't want to have Candy say that if you're Potter.
No.
There's nothing wrong with Negroes.
Well,
I like getting blowjobs.
Tom in Connecticut he has a 4-word weekend. Yes, Tom.
Yeah, definitely Potter saying glory hole truck stop.
Potter. Now Potter.
That should be a country band.
Yes.
Glory hole truck stop.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Potter was sick in bed. He was at. It wasn't any glory.
He was. That's why she gets an A+. I know because.
All right. Well, let's get into the marriage report card.
It's
communication.
He said I was asking for it.
Communication. Well, I will tell you, Candy is getting an A+ this week. But if she'd acted exactly the same way a year ago, she would have gotten an F. And that is because one of the few perks that I like in a relationship, like Candy and I have been together for 12 years now.
Yeah,
and
something like that.
One of the only things that I asked for in a relationship was when I get sick, I want sympathy. I want somebody to take care of me. Yes, spoil me rotten. That's it.
Oh, my God.
That's all he talks about all day long. The sympathy thing. Again.
Sympathy again.
Look, this was an hour later.
How about a fever fuck? Nothing better than when you're sick and a girl gives you the fever fuck.
Oh, my God. And you got a fever ball bag?
You got that ball bag that's like Turkish taffy.
Just all fevery.
It's like fevery. You got fever cock. It's plump but hot. Right. A girl should jump on fever dick.
Bit on the red side from having a fever.
It's because you got a fever. You're also like, you're hot and everything you touch, the inside of your thighs are hot. Your bag is down. You could actually sit on your own ball bag if you're not careful. It's just trying to get fucking some cool air to keep it at temperature. Fever fuck is great. And girls like fever fuck because your cock is like hot.
Is that a punk band?
Fever fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw them the other night.
And are they
Fucking rock.
playing with Truck Stop Glory Hole?
Yes.
Nice.
Double bill.
That's a good double bill right there. Michelle in Buffalo. Wow, man. This got the instant feedback rocking.
Everybody loves the 4-word weekend.
4-word weekend. Surprise, you have AIDS.
Oh, that's not nice. Now,
news.
come on, guys.
Bad news.
And Eric in Utah, jerked off, contemplated suicide.
Oh, I hope not.
That's a fun weekend.
This guy writes, busted with a tranny.
Oh, Jay Norton.
I want somebody to take care of me. Yes, spoil me rotten. That's it. And a year ago, if she'd ignored me all weekend while I was sick, I would have been pretty angry and she would have got an F. But now that we have a newborn, that all changes. I wasn't going to be around.
Wow, that was worth sticking through 12 minutes of commercials. And let's not forget this started with the tease, the radio tease.
The country hits, too. It's not just commercials.
Do you think someone's driving as he's talking out loud? They're going like, yeah, yeah, I know, yeah.
I can relate to this show.
Yeah, Potter, yep. Oh, gosh, yes.
It's every man's show.
Kevin in
an abutment.
Kevin in Connecticut fucked your mom anally.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh.
And Frank in New York, I'll be honest, I don't like this type of humor, but it kind of works today.
Yeah.
Who am I to say that this shouldn't be on our show? Go ahead, Frank.
Hey, it's left baby in dumpster.
Oh, I don't see.
Well, it was probably playing.
Yeah.
There's some fun toys in
I
there.
hope it's out now.
It's the dumpster behind Toys R Us.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Got an F. But now that we have a newborn, that all changes. I wasn't going to be around the baby too close, so she took care of the baby all weekend. So for that, you get an A+.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, of course there's a wait a minute. Of
now
course
wait
there
a
is.
minute.
She doesn't like
course. Kick to the uterus in Michigan. His 4-word weekend for Potter.
Sure.
I really enjoy docking.
Oh. Yeah, it's not nice.
And Joe writes, throat fuck this hole. Jesus.
The fucking A+ isn't right.
No.
Like, and if you want to even think on these people's mindset here, an A, maybe. A+ is the best grade ever, which means he got sympathy for being sick and got like just fucking blowjobs and shit. Like she allowed her hot friends to come over and he could fuck them.
Yeah.
Like that's an A+.
That's the plus part.
That's the plus
That's
part.
the bonus.
You can't add a plus to it when all she did was like, oh, what, get him aspirin?
No,
Yeah.
she didn't even take care of him. She just
did
looked
her
after the
wifely
baby.
duties. Wifely duties.
That's a C+ at best.
Exactly.
At best. There's way too many coming in. There was a couple really funny ones. Fuck. Hold on a minute. Gotta move. Megan's Law came in from Jordan.
Oh, shit.
Where's?
He's a pedophile.
Of course he is.
I had no idea.
Oh, shit. There was a really good one.
Motorboat.
Yes. Fuck it. There's too many coming in. All right, back to this.
Maybe too
Wedding
close,
report.
so she took care of the baby all weekend. So for that, you get an A+.
Now, wait a minute. Who brought you Tom Yum Goong?
Oh.
Who brought you soup on Saturday night?
Yeah, you picked it up while you were picking it up for yourself.
What?
Sounds like she still took care of you.
She did, to an extent, but I spent a lot of the weekend in pain in bed by myself. But I told you were great. You were with our newborn, which was way more important.
I see. So I keep it.
Stop eating, you cow. That's the one I was looking for.
Oh, no, that's a little mean.
That was the one I was looking for. Stop eating, you cow.
She's getting sassy.
Newborn, which was way more important.
I see. So I keep the baby alive, and I get an A+. It's like those guys who take steroids but then get into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's what you just did to me.
Let me point out.
You just starred my entry.
Let me just
I think
point
it
out.
is starting a little bit. It's kind of like it's like a little baby kid, kind of a little bit.
You're complaining about an A+.
It's an A+ under conditions.
No, it wasn't under conditions. I'm saying.
See, it's never good enough.
Not for Candy.
Never good enough.
Candy's arguing about an A+.
Yeah, I figured.
Of course she is.
Oh, God.
Conditions.
No, it wasn't under conditions. I'm saying
next to
compared to if we didn't have a kid, you were fantastic all weekend. You did more than I could have ever expected. There's no asterisk here. Accept your A+.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Wonder who wears the pants in that house.
Oh.
The phones are just lit, Ant. Do you mind if we play a little
Let
forward
us,
weekend?
please.
Corinne from, where's it, Corinne? I don't know, from Colorado.
It's Corinne. Okay, so Potter enjoyed a lemon party.
Oh. Enjoyed a lemon party.
I love it. Drinking nothing but broth just came in. David from the Poconos, nice. All right.
Beer football jerk off nap.
Yeah, let's say hi to Jerry in Jersey.
Jerry?
Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry?
Yeah, he's giving her an A+, but she's just saying beforehand that she got her nails done. So how is she taking care of the baby?
Yeah, really.
That sounds like just an A, not an A+.
Who's taking care of the baby?
Maybe an A-.
What about the baby?
That's a good one. Potter says, Chris Benoit, my hero.
But he killed his wife and kid.
I know.
Anthony, Paul in Jersey has one. Paul.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
This one's from Candy, 65 guy cream pie.
Cream pie.
That's so many guys.
That is. So many guys just coming inside of her.
Yeah.
Cream pie.
And they're not her husband.
Yeah.
These are unkind things to say. I didn't think we were going to go this route with Candy and Potter.
Candy
You
gets-
didn't
No.
foresee this coming, huh?
Anthony, very good news. Candy gets back at Potter with her report card.
All right. She needs a grade for him.
And you know, hilarity ensues.
Oh,
Hilarity.
I'm going to give you a sympathy A. Because I didn't give you very much sympathy, but I still took care of you over the weekend while you were sick, and because that is the right thing to do to make you feel better about yourself. So I will give you an A. And you know what? I'm
Anal?
giving you an A also because you went and got a flu shot, even though you didn't want to. And that's what being
was
a good
hoping it
parent
would
is all
kill
about.
him.
Doing things that you don't want to
thought it
do
was
for the benefit
cyanide.
of your child.
So that's why you're sick.
I should get an A, and that is why I'm sick.
You can't get sick from the flu shot.
I never get sick, never get flu shots. I get a flu shot 5 days later, I'm sick. I'm just saying.
It's just the time of year, purely coincidental.
I'm sure it is. I'm on board with the conspiracy theorists that the flu shot gets you sick.
No, it doesn't.
Because that's what happened to me.
It's a dead virus.
All
You
right.
didn't get injected with a live virus.
Tim McGraw is on the new 94.1 KMPS.
I like his thinking. It's a conspiracy between him and his wife to bore people to death. I'll be investigating. Shut it. Wow.
How many more days it's October?
Today's
We're only
the-
halfway through. Not even.
Not even.
The 12th of 31 days.
Isn't there like 5 weeks in this month or something, too? Or 5 Fridays or 5, I don't know. Someone was trying to tell me that.
31 days.
Yeah, but in some weird way, there's 5 of everything this month except for the Mondays and Thursdays.
Oh,
and
right.
everything in between.
Yeah,
it's like 5
that's
weekends or something this month, and that doesn't happen. I don't know.
30 days, half
This was
September,
some
April,
shit
June,
chat I was
November.
listening in
Nah,
on.
it's 5 Fridays, 5 Saturdays, 5 Sundays.
And that doesn't happen usually or something?
I don't know.
What a special Jocktober this is. What are you going to spend your weekends doing in 4 words?
We already did the bit, Sam. We were terrific at it, too.
But they say, what did you do?
What are we going to do?
Oh,
See,
we're
that's a
gonna change
whole
it up
new
a little
twist.
bit.
Now we
It's
can
a
do a
whole
new bit.
twist on it. What are you gonna do?
Especially since there's
for your
an extra weekend this month. There's the tie-in to something topical and relatable.
Oh.
I'll have Sam fired.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That stinks.
All right. Are we done with this?
Yeah, I guess so.
Unless you want to listen to the clips again.
No.
All right.
Check states' consent laws.
It's important to be aware.
Sometimes.
All right. All right.
You guys are in a bad mood, I think.
Yeah.
It just angered me.
Yeah.
Hate her.
Yeah, we're in a bad mood.
You guys are
just listen to
frustrated
that?
now. I'm sorry.
Ugh. And you said there are peers.
They are your peers. Your fellow radio DJ hosts.
Oh.
Our
Pat
fellow
Fumanaki.
broadcasters.
Yes.
Pat Fumanaki says, Sam has hair.
Oh, don't say that, Pat. Don't use
Pat,
that
now.
language. Don't use that word.
Oh, Pat. What are you saying now, Pat?
No reason to stereotype.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Patrice O'Neill is here.
Yes.
The great Patrice O'Neill.
He would have liked Jocktober.
Big Mama Prods on Twitter is here in the house.
Nodded off again.
No, he would have had to walk around the room and got into diabetic shock.
Patrice, who, what?
Remember that?
He can't handle Jocktober.
Who are you talking about, what?
Well, 'cause he got here about a half hour ago, and I said, just bring him in, but I don't think he's a big fan of the Jocktober
No,
reviews.
he's like, fuck it. I'll wait till they're done with that horse shit.
There are a lot of bad radio shows.
Yeah, I know.
All right, why don't we take a break so we can get Patrice
Yeah,
right
let's
in
do
here.
that.
Patrice O'Neill next.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
One who doesn't care is one who shouldn't be. I'm trying to hide myself from what is wrong for
We got Patrice O'Neill in studio. Big Mama Prods on Twitter.
And
he's a good one to follow on Twitter. I'm telling you
And
right
PatriceO'Neill.com, my friend.
Oh, you
now.
got
You got
it.
that up and running again?
Finally got that up and running.
Nice. That's what you need. Your own name, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Patrice, Patrice, I actually got something for you today.
You better have that bottle of Louis the 13th, man.
Oh, shit. Wow.
O'Neill?
That's huge.
Motherfucker. Yeah, nigga.
Louis Trey.
Let me tell you
That's
something.
my friend Opie Greg Hughes, motherfucker.
Let me tell you something about this. I've had this for, I don't know, 11, 12 years. I have not, I don't know what I wanted to do with this for so long. Ant's got one of these, too.
I got one in my bar. It's just sitting up there on the shelf all nice with a light behind it.
It's fucking
It
fantastic.
sparkles. It's like magical.
And what is this? Like it's
Mojo.
cognac, right? It's Louis the
Yeah.
13th cognac.
Look at that.
With a little, when you do open it up with a little fucking crystal top.
Wow.
And
Swarovski's crystal top.
It comes
Look
in
at
a
the-
fucking
and look at
nice
the-
What's your
bottle.
top
Look at the
do?
presentation.
Look at the
Watch the crystal.
presentation.
Don't let the crystal fall. It's got a little book.
Oh, it has a fucking 1,000 thread count sheet in there.
Oh, yeah, it does.
1,000 thread.
It comes with a little booklet.
That explains
Yeah.
Louis the Third. Oh, I'm fucking very happy, man. This is very nice of you.
And it's never been opened.
I so wish I was still that same person.
Dude,
would
I
smash it.
just,
damn.
I so wish.
I just thought about
I
that.
so wish.
I don't smell it, but I did think about it.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
it.
That's a hard smash, though, right there. That's
Oh,
a goddamn
We talked about this.
sledgehammer.
We talked
Yeah.
about this last time you were here, and I didn't forget. And I'll be serious for a moment. I mean, everything you've done for our fucking radio shows is the least I could do.
That's fucking
and I've been trying
beautiful.
I've been trying to figure out what to do with this bottle for the longest time, and I hand this over to you, Patrice.
This is
all I ask is you invite me over so I can have a shot. Because I don't even know if I would enjoy it.
What are you doing this Thanksgiving?
I'll be around. I mean, I'm doing my family thing, but if you got something like outside that Thursday, I'll do something.
When's the next holiday that can have something happening?
You can't. What? You just have strangers over? Not strangers, but friends over for Thanksgiving? Isn't that kind of a family thing?
No, I have friends, and because of comics, I have comics that don't have family to go to. That lonely comics.
Maybe we could stop by later in the day or something. Here, hand that over to Patrice.
I open my doors to the unfortunate.
The box is a little fucked up because it's moved a few times.
That's fine, man.
But the box inside is not fucked up.
That's fine. This is fantastic.
That is
some of this going to be poured on top of bitches' heads. This is threesome. This is a threesome drink.
Threesome drink right
She's
there.
listening, bitch. Ron, this is threesomes
That's
happening
why it's
here.
called Louis Trey.
And you know what you do? I mean, that thing isn't opened yet, but when you do open it, then you could fill it up with some cheap shit, and no one will ever know.
I need a Marshall's bag, because
right?
I get robbed from here to
You're
the
gonna so get robbed if you just carry that around with you.
Supposedly, the empty crystal bottle goes for $500-600.
Oh, that's
supposedly.
crazy.
And if you look it up, I mean, it used to go for well over $1,000. That bottle,
good shit.
Well over $1,000.
Thank you, man.
Least I could do.
Very nice of you. Thank you.
Of course, I have to do it on the air to look like a good guy. I could have done it off air secretly, but I had to make a big fucking presentation out of it.
But you just, and it gives a couple of motherfuckers something to do.
Yeah.
Some people are happy. Some people are saying you fucking
bonding thing there, right there,
nigger. Give that nigga Louis the 13th. He doesn't even know what it is.
What is Louis the 13th going for these days?
Full or empty?
No, well, what do you mean empty?
Well, the full bottles, it looks like they're going for about $1,500.
$1,500.
It's about the going rate.
Yeah, that's what you got right there.
Are you sure this?
I think
check
it
the
goes
one
for
with the
more.
1,000 thread count sheet. I might have it might be a.
No,
I
but
think it goes for more.
Liquor store people have offered me $1,000 for it on the spot when I talked about it. Said, look, you bring it in today, I will give you $1,000 cash. So they know they can make money.
That's the one right
reselling
there,
it.
right? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So what is that going for?
That one's going for, you could buy it now for $1,750.
$1,750.
See?
And what does the empty bottle go for?
It's ranging.
Is it 500 like people have told me over the years, or is it less?
It doesn't seem to be that much, but it does seem to be ranging anywhere from like 100 to 200.
Oh, okay. I heard
or $10.99 right there.
Or $10.99 right there.
It's starting bid, so.
This
still
is
got
eBay,
5
sir?
days.
But Patrice,
That's a nice thing you did, man. I appreciate
but you pour some cheap shit right back in that bottle. No one's gonna know the difference. I'm telling you, you got a Louis the 13th for the rest of your life.
Also, that's
Think about it.
I like that.
Because no one knows what cognac's supposed to taste like.
Someone would.
Would you know, Danny?
Yeah, I think so.
You get caught doing that.
But how are you going to get
Motherfucker will punch
caught?
you in the face. It's like, dude, what are you doing? You're trying to fucking get out of here.
When you're sipping Arizona iced tea out of a snifter, you tend to know.
Well, you break it out later in the party when people are nice and buzzed.
And you can't get real shit. You gotta get kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I know. You can't go too cheap, and you know what I mean?
Get a fucking $10 bottle of cognac and pour it in.
So, whatever.
I need strategy. I'm going to have to work out a strategy now to have this.
Let me know what happens.
Yeah, that's
with
like
that.
a weapon.
Yeah, this is a strategy, man.
You got like a superpower.
Yeah, I felt like I could never open it up because I felt like I needed something really special happening. I was saving it for when I bought a house. And then I bought a house and I didn't open
The
it.
kid wasn't special enough to crack it open, or
Well, with who though? Like it's
drinking.
cognac. Who drinks cognac?
Yeah, that's true.
I might drink it. I'm gonna drink it out of my girl's asshole. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna invent something. You might have started a drunk. I might just have to taste it.
Patrice, they want me to tweet a picture. Do you want to be in it?
Of my Louis the hell no! These niggas I live there, they might not listen to this radio, but they look at Twitter and shit. These motherfuckers see me with. They already debating whether to kick my door in and fucking rape me while I'm asleep. That's why I hate it raining. Is that my door getting kicked in? Swear to God, man, I gotta buy one of them things from you, man. File that number off or something. You gotta help me out.
File that number off. The number is everywhere now.
I got a
isn't
bunch
it?
of box cutters around me. You
can't go old school with that shit, right? The numbers are everywhere.
Numbers very hard to file them off.
It's
they
very
use
hard?
They use an acid. You know, it penetrates the steel, And you can pull those numbers through.
Anything.
Penetrates the steel real deep, even if it's filed
So
down.
all that bullshit, like an unmarked gun thing.
Yeah, a
that
lot
shit
of
is-
times. There's ways to do it, but it's so fucking illegal. There are guys that you damage the rifling inside the barrel so that the bullet, when ballistics gets a hold of it, they can't match it up to the barrel of the gun. And
So it's nothing you can do.
no,
I'm fucking
nothing you want.
Hey,
I'm fucking naked.
Find
over here.
alternative weapons.
Patrice, does this make us like true friends where I can now use, the N-word?
You was using it before.
No, not to your
What
face.
is this floating inside of here?
Are you serious?
Nigga, there's flies in this shit.
It's the worm. Eat the worm.
Oh, okay, all right.
What are they, bubbles?
It's
And it's wait, and here I'm just looking at it.
Oh, I got.
You can see all the times he thought about it and didn't.
Fingerprints?
A bunch of dirty. I thought about it. Fingerprints. He wanted.
I want
Go ahead,
the
man.
dirty fingerprints.
Wait, just get my fingers.
All right, tilt it over. Those big ass.
Oh, oops.
Here, get the chain too. You look badass.
All right.
Not your face. You want your
Yeah,
face?
I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
All right, well, here we go.
Maybe I would make a face. Don't try to rob me face.
make it. Of course you turn. Of course, Patrice is making a great "Don't try to rob me" face. That's such a good fucking "Don't try to rob me" face. Holy shit! Oh, that's classic.
You're right about that. I've pulled that bottle out many times. There's some fucking
Oh, you can
fingerprints.
see. You
on
can
that.
see right where he's thought about it.
You might.
Wait a minute though. So what's some of the? Can you give me 2 or 3?
You might have to
almost drinking stories. Like you was like, it's gonna happen.
Here it comes.
Not to the kitty.
Honestly, no, because I just don't like that. I just don't like cognac. I had no reason to.
It's good for a little
open it
sip.
up.
I haven't opened mine up.
I
Either,
wanted to
but
drink. I mean, I wanted to drink it with my dad. Have a shot with my dad. But
That would be
ain't
very
happening.
inconvenient right now.
Well, not if you have a shovel.
Yeah, mine too.
Well,
I'd have to mix
that
it with.
didn't happen.
I'd
That
have
was-
to mix it with his ashes.
Yeah, I think that's why. Because I think I was gonna open it up when I got a house and do it with my dad. But whatever.
How long you had this?
I told you, like 12 years. That's been sitting around. That's been in 4 or
gave
5
us-
different
who
places.
gave us that shit?
One of the comedy clubs.
Yeah,
I think it was Rascals.
Wow, it's fucking fantastic.
Who was it?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. So it's even older. 12-year-old.
Oh yeah.
So it has to be more.
It's got to be more than just if you went out and bought it now. It's
And it has must have the paperwork
Older.
when it came out. Like,
Dude,
all
I
that
haven't.
stuff.
in there.
All that shit's in there. I haven't touched anything. The case, everything. I'll tweet the picture for people. They'll know.
I'm just laughing at. I'm laughing at the people out there going. They don't. What somebody would do with some Louis the 13th that's sitting there like, oh come on, and I'm just in there. As I'm fighting pit bulls with my strippers and cocaine party.
I could fucking.
And he's gonna pour. Wait a minute, and he's gonna pour some out for the homies who ain't here. Nigga, what? You crazy?
The $300 fucking shot for your homies.
What is it? I'm tweeting this. So what is it? The Louis X 111? Is that what we do?
Ah, yeah.
I or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's them Roman numerals.
Shit.
Roman numerals.
I handed over my Louis tray to Big Mama Prod. See, then you get a little fucking Twitter love on top of it.
sure.
Look at this. I handed over my Louis XIII to Big Mama Prods. All right, there you go. I tweeted it.
Man.
You live in a almost bad neighborhood too, so
I live in a very like
borderline bad.
borderline
Do you
trick me
really?
when they when they showed me the when they showed me like they had a thing of the future of what the neighborhood was gonna look like.
Oh, wasn't it?
Oh, it was all white people and fucking over the head trains and jets and cars, smiling white people, and it's just
Disney Epcot exhibit.
There's a cat that bought a this kid got a one of those 4-door Porsches.
Yeah.
Those new sedan Porsches, like, that just look, and everybody where I live is like SUVs, the most, maybe a nice, maybe a 400 Mercedes, not a 6.
Right.
It's some working class people with some decent stuff, but he comes out with the goddamn Porsche, 4-door Porsche. I had to tell him, like, not tell him, but I'm like, look, man, I think you should put that in the garage because it's already the traffic from here's where I live. The foot traffic from the hood
has changed because of his car.
The foot traffic from the hood to the shitty strip hood mall.
Yeah.
It's past where I live. Like it's
man.
and it's a truck stop next door to it. So it's just this oasis of what should have been white people all over the place.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's bad.
And no one's buying. So it's just a bunch of white people upset that they can't leave this motherfucker. It's the saddest community. It's the saddest community ever built. They trick motherfuckers so bad.
Faked out.
I can't even refinance.
What?
I can't refinance because the shit is worth. It'll cost me money to refinance.
Well, I thought you were in kind of a good neighborhood.
They tricked everybody. They
was supposed to be the
tricked.
up and coming neighborhood.
It was supposed to be one
I
of these.
remember.
Yep. And it was like,
That just
oh
didn't
man,
happen.
they're gonna buy up all this, put up all these new bus routes, a train over there, a fucking limo service.
A house next door to everybody was sold.
It's just a place. One guy paints his front door every day because he's on the. I'm off of the walkway.
Right.
He's on it. Like he's on the walk, and every day there's a gang sign painted on his door.
Oh shit!
No kidding.
He has to keep
MS-13.
He just has a fucking. He has to spray paint his door. You can see where it's just layers and layers of paint. Hot sauce. One day I saw hot sauce on his door. Hot sauce packs.
Oh shit!
What does that mean?
It's just, you know what it is? It's you walk by, and it's a sort of a people with money.
Yeah.
You know, I drive a SUV, a 2007. It's nice, and everything is just like that in the range of whether it's a car or hybrids. People just working class people.
Yeah.
But to that, it's just like because I know I grew up poor. First thing we did when somebody had some money was we didn't call it jealousy. We just said, hey, those windows look delicious. Man, those windows look very rockable.
Oh,
man, how many paint? 7? Damn. Run! Now they don't run.
No.
They're killers.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So
damn.
You couldn't even refinance?
I can't even refinance.
I refinanced my ass off about a month ago.
What percentage did you go from to down?
6 something, 6, what was it? 6, I had a bad one at first, 6.7 to like a 4 something.
Oh my God.
Mid 4s.
How much you
in there.
save?
My mortgage payment was cut in half.
You cut your fucking mortgage in half?
In half. I am telling you, in half.
But you've been
They
there
said
how long?
They said I'm one of the lucky guys, and then I went through our guy Barry and said, and Barry's like, "Yep, you're just lucked out." I don't even
You
want
cut your fucking payment in half?
I don't even want to
That's
talk about it
amazing.
on the air because people hate me enough already.
You
I cut it in
your
half.
fucking.
I swear to God, almost exactly in half.
I have
And they gave me-
fucking 2. I had to take 2 for whatever reason.
And ready for this? When I left, they go, and you'll be getting a check in a couple days. I got $300. Jesus.
You made money?
I made money. I don't get it. I made money to cut my mortgage in half. I'm telling you.
Well, in that area, from
I don't
want to
give you the numbers, but I'm telling you, it was cut in
They
half.
cut off an exit right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
fucking powerful Donald Trump is. It's like that exit's gone. We won't be bothering you people over that area.
Yeah. Cut off.
Yeah.
I thought they was redoing it. They said this is gone,
Closed.
motherfucker.
Right. They closed
You have
an
to go
exit.
up 10 more blocks and then come back
And
to
then
be
come
up in
back.
there.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm fucked. My heart hurts because I got 2.
It made me.
Yeah.
I have a 6, 7, and I had to take another one. Vinny knows this shit. Vinny is amazing with this shit. He helped me. He helped me a lot with this house. But there's another one I have that's fucked up that I got to pay off in 15 years. Hook or crook, and it's a 8.
Oh,
You got an 8?
Something. 8.75 or something.
That's like a Loans R Us place.
Dude, it's and they're not gonna gobble it all up. I mentioned to the guy who was actually trying to get me to do it, and my credit's not bad, but that motherfucker said we can't gobble this one up.
I was trying to get mine refinanced, and they would like, well, I gotta pump like a fuckload of money into it to get it down to a certain amount where it makes sense.
Yeah, I was knocking down my my mortgage. I was
Yeah,
paying
that's
a
what I'm
lot of
doing.
principal.
So you don't you was paying. How many years did you live there?
I'm up to 3, and I knocked it down a nice chunk. And also, this is really going to piss off a lot of people because of the housing market is shit. My appraisal, my place went up.
Your property went up
a lot.
Manhattan.
Well, that area is a motherfucker now.
I bought in an area where it's up and coming.
They're building and building.
They're building
and
all that
building.
whole area. So I told my girl, we want to move. I want something like that. I want to be in the suburbs with a nice spread. But we would be stupid to move anytime soon because this place is going to just keep going up.
And I noticed, and it's sneaky too how they did it, how they built that area. But it's built from 42nd up to maybe 100 or something.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I pulled over to take a piss on the side of the little thing off of the Henry Hudson.
Yeah.
And they created on that side just a new white world. Like it's like it's just some.
It used to be just swamps and shit and a bad area. And
how'd they figure that out?
And Trump moved
Bikes
in, and
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
now bike paths and everything.
I used to piss on the side of the road, and it's just nothing. Like it was somewhere you needed
Side
to
of
piss.
the road,
You would see
I
crack
turned
pipes
around,
and
it's
needles
a
and
family.
shit.
I'm like, a family staring at me like
They're having a white picnic.
Asshole pissing on the. I said, this is the piss spot. Nigga, wait.
I've been pissing here for years.
Yeah.
You
When
just-
I drive from fucking Boston, this is my piss spot right here.
You just interrupted their white picnic.
Yes. The whole white family with the baby in the back, just staring like. And you know, white people white people who do white things like they do the jogging and they're not afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
Like they don't mind it. They're not mind your business people. They're like, wait a minute. I know you're not pissing. Like the whole family staring at me going, I know you're not pissing right here. I'm like, this used to be
my piss spot.
This is the piss spot.
I'm sorry, it's a park now, motherfucker.
No, what's up? No kids go here, you bastard.
Brian wants in real fast. Brian in South Carolina. Brian.
Opie, did you say you got a check back for $300 too?
Yeah, I cut my mortgage payment in half, and they gave me $300.
Could you be white, ain't it, Opie?
It sure is, sir. It sure is. And Patrice is working off a fucking 8% loan. Holy fuck, man! I thought I got fucked with a 6-7, man. And you're working on an 8.
I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
I had to take the long way out of Manhattan yesterday because they had the Columbus Day Parade, and man, as soon as you get uptown, you see Loans Are Us places. They're called Loans Are Us. They make it all friendly and nice.
Oh, yeah.
To walk in and get a nice
I can only
loan for
imagine
yourself.
how much the interest is at Loans Are Us.
And you also know you're in a ghetto when there's a fast food restaurant that's 2 stories. What's that about? In the white world, our fast food restaurants are one
all
level.
ground level.
But in the ghetto, it's 2 levels. What's that about? I only see it in the ghettos.
I'm laughing at the fact that that's just true.
It is true.
Wait a minute, some McDonald's are fucking double-decker.
I'm telling you right now, I've never seen a 2-story fast food restaurant unless I'm driving through the ghetto. Unlike
sometimes
Anthony,
it'd be packed.
unlike Anthony, I get around. I like to see what's going on out there. And I took the long way out of Manhattan. And I'm like, wow, there were Dunkin' Donuts 2 stories. There were McDonald's 2 stories. What else did I see? I can't remember.
Maybe it's the spin. I don't know. I want to make an
true,
excuse.
right?
I don't know why it is.
Why is that?
I don't know why.
2 floors.
Oh my god.
Why is that?
I don't know. I never
it's
noticed
true.
that shit. It is true. And bulletproof glass, and we know that what that's for.
Bulletproof glass.
Well, I didn't go into these places. I'm not that crazy.
I'll
drive through some areas, but I'm not going to stop.
I don't know why white people don't explore the hood more, because nobody's going to do anything to you.
That's just an easy thing to say. I would
it's
stop
just no
and get
one's
out.
going to do anything
During the
to
day,
you.
I would. At night, honestly, I wouldn't stop and get out. No.
They
I'm
wouldn't
not
do
that
anything
brave.
to you.
I understand.
You'd be a cop, or even if he wasn't a cop, if something happened to you, it's just not worth doing anything to you.
Really?
If something happened to Opie up in the hood somewhere at night, do you understand?
Yeah.
Blonde white dude is up in the hood, and for
Don't forget
whatever
the blue
reason,
eyes, Patrice.
problems.
blue
dude.
eyes.
Yeah, it's not. No one needs that.
You'd be looked at a little suspect.
you
like,
need a
what
little
the fuck
color
is
in you,
this?
and
Nobody's gonna
then
do
you're in
anything to you,
danger.
man.
Just
You
a
know how
little
many
bit.
cops would be up in the fucking hood, like
Oh my
just
God.
burning it down?
Just fucking racking heads and locking people up, trying to figure out what the fuck
An
happened.
excuse to crack some skulls.
Yeah.
I was in Boston with Charles Stewart, man. when he just said, "Hey, black guy killed my wife."
Yeah.
I got pulled. Everybody was up against the entire Roxbury was up against the wall.
Unbelievable when that guy
And
said
that was the one-
Preachers and everybody up against
he was
the
a
wall.
lion
That was the
sack
one
of
where
shit.
she was stabbed and thrown off the bridge, right?
No, he shot her in his pregnant wife, Charles Stewart. He shot her in the head,
And then he shot himself.
And shot himself.
But didn't one of them go off the bridge? Or
He
something?
jumped.
He jumped.
Oh,
yeah.
he jumped.
Because
Okay.
they found him out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, after the fact.
And then they had
Yeah.
a guy
Okay.
that they had arrested for that. That they was gonna just say you did it.
He did it.
But and then they found out Charles Stewart did it. But then he was gonna complain. But he was a felon.
Yeah.
And they said, look, you got some other stuff, so you're not gonna sue, are you? And he's like,
So just
nah. He's
move along.
Move along.
We'll turn our head. You just move along.
We made a bad mistake, and you just keep going, my friend.
I'm getting called out. There's a 3-story McDonald's right there in Times Square. Times Square is its
Times
own.
Square is
That's
good.
just.
Right, and there's one.
That's not
there's
normal
one close to
neighborhood
here, too.
shit.
That's funny though. Oh, that makes me laugh.
God damn.
Why is there a 3-story fast food restaurant?
But there's a lot. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 here and there, but in the ghetto, I don't understand. Someone's got to explain that.
People enjoy their
Someone in real
burgers.
estate's got to explain that.
And they like hanging out on top of the. That's not just where you eat.
Mm-hmm. They feel like
That's where you have your meetings.
you feel like you're living large.
Yeah, you look out the
overlooking
window.
the street.
There's one guy that sits in the corner. He has everybody else has filet of fish. He just has French fries, and he's just surrounded. And if you go to sit next to him, 10 motherfuckers stand up with their hands in their pockets.
Holy shit!
Where the fuck you going, nigga? You think this M stands for Malik, motherfucker?
This is his motherfucking joint.
Yes.
What are you doing?
It stands for Malik's motherfucking McDonald's.
All right, now we got.
Oh man,
we got Chad in Baltimore. Chad, is this true or what?
Come on, man. You guys used to broadcast out of Northern Virginia, man. Northern Virginia, PG County, Anne Arundel County, not a single motherfucking double-story McDonald's. You drive in New York Avenue into fucking D.C., double-story McDonald's.
And is that the ghetto? I don't even know.
Right on the right-hand side going in New York Avenue, right at Florida Avenue.
But country ghetto's a whole nother thing from city ghetto. though,
Yeah,
man.
that is true.
What's the
Baltimore is because country ghetto is it's easy going. Like even like the one thing I noticed about I just got back from North Carolina, where you go outside of the tri-state area and New England, black people are really, really, really friendly. Seriously, like, and it's not. I think 2-story McDonald's is to keep the fact that if you're in the hood, and this is it might be a smart move. This might be it. You go upstairs. You have an upstairs, so it's not. You don't scare people from not coming into your place. So you say go on upstairs and fucking throw
like
garbage around.
gang activity at the registers.
And threaten the Indian guy that's just wiping the tables up. and you eat upstairs so that people can come in and not feel like they're scared to come in.
In a
You know
crowd
what I mean?
that's
Yeah.
gonna burst into gunfire.
But
at
down
any moment.
south is they don't even have the bulletproof glass on the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Where I
No.
live, Kentucky Fried Chicken is it's
like a
shut
bank.
down, man. Try
fucking-
to rob Kentucky Fried fucking Chicken. It's like it's like lock, stock, and smoking barrels with the bitch with a gun and push a button and the cage go up. That's
how it is.
That's the Kentucky Fried Chicken, man. You can't. It's bulletproof glass. Like the girl's face through the glass is warped because the glass is so thick.
I like to make a withdrawal of a bucket of chicken. Do you have a withdrawal slip? Yeah, I got one right here. I'm sorry, your account only has a wing and a leg in it. All right, just give me that shit, motherfucker.
You fucking bank.
You're overdrawn some shrimp pops, some popcorn shrimp.
I like how Patrice said her face is distorted. The glass is so thick.
The giant funhouse bulletproof.
You don't even know if
glass.
she's good looking or not.
It's like looking at Shamu through the SeaWorld window.
and the fucking instead of the Magic Margaret, it's the scratch key gang sign. So it's like you just a motherfucker just scratched
there
it.
forever.
It's you can't
Scratch
fit it.
Edie. I call it Scratch-Edie.
Oh, is that good, man?
Holy fuck, man. Bulletproof glass.
Oh, well, black people got to defend everything. That's just funny.
And then what, they got that Lazy Susan whirly twirly
The thing
to
where
get
they
your,
put the chicken in,
and you
turn
put
it
your money
around.
there and spin
The
it.
Lazy Susan.
So you can't put the gun in. If you put the gun in,
You
the black
fucking-
girl just presses the...
It's like the post office when you got to mail like a really large package. You got to the one window has to go down and lock before the other
Right
can
before
come
the
up.
other, it's an airlock. Yeah. Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Is it insulting to live that way?
No.
No,
what it is.
It's no. It's you know what?
This is a world I don't know anything about.
It's not insulting to. It's insulting that you have to live that way. It's not insulting that you because if the motherfuckers will go in there and rob you every night, and they don't have nothing but teenage girls working in these places till midnight.
Yeah. That is
So the
crazy.
the poor girls when they leave, and there's signs everywhere.
Vulnerable.
No money on premises. Somebody takes the money or whatever.
It's like we don't know where it went.
Even in the supermarket, they have these things that suck the money up now. Like
Jesus Christ.
like almost after every transaction, they put it in a little thing and it sucks money
It
up
just
to
goes
away.
somewhere.
It goes to some white guy's desk where he goes,
Big pile of
the
money.
Monopoly guy.
black people's money. Let me just keep counting it. It just keeps getting sucked
Some
up
guy with a
here.
handlebar mustache.
Yeah, he's twirling his mustache.
It's dangerous, man. So is it
It's
is it a
gotten to that
shame?
point where the money's just sucked away.
Dude.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah,
God
man, they
damn.
don't even have tellers anymore. It's just
There it is.
That's the guy at the top of the
Monopoly guy.
And them
come here into your
motherfuckers,
chest.
they'll kill you over some chicken. And so I always
Yeah.
announce, please, just don't look, take it.
Yeah, just don't
Take,
kill me.
man, don't kill me over
Just
this
don't
shit,
kill me.
please.
I could get a new
I
wallet.
see your face, but I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I'm
I'll get
diabetic, nigga. I got
new
retinopathy.
chains. I'll get all kinds of new shit. Just don't fucking kill me.
Don't fucking kill me, man. Do not kill me over this shit, man. I'm not gonna tell anybody anything. It ain't even about not snitching. It's just just steal and go, man. Take this shit.
Unbelievable.
If I see you with it on, I'm not gonna try to get it back. I'm fucking trying. These motherfuckers will kill you.
Are they showing, are they literally pulling guns out, pointing them and taking money these days? Like, what's
Yes, they have to.
the preferred way to rob somebody?
No one's playing around. When I was a
No one's
kid,
fucking
when
around.
I was a kid,
A
I got
knife.
robbed twice.
Yeah.
One was implied gunpoint, and one was actual gunpoint.
Oh, implied was what?
And
He did the old school
This
in the
nigga
coat.
did the Texas
Yeah,
finger in the pocket.
Nah, Muggsy.
and took his hand out and took the money and put the gun
Say that.
with the finger gun, nigga. But he didn't have to do much else. I wasn't fucking with him. I don't know any karate moves. I don't even know. Even if I got a motherfucker was quick enough to hold him, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like I would do a movie thing and just keep hitting his hand on
Yeah.
something really hard, and maybe he'll drop it. And I'm like, get the
How
fuck out of here.
scary is it though to just watch that barrel of the gun as you're trying to hold it, just slowly turning toward your face,
Dude,
and you're trying your best to not. Oh,
The only thing you get mad enough to do is die. Meaning, you know what? I'm so mad right now. I'm willing to take this gunshot so you
Take
don't
the
have
chance.
satisfaction. I hate you so much for this.
Yeah.
The other one, I got robbed with a gun and a little small caliber. I don't know. You know, to me, people aren't even scared of 22s who know guns. They think 22s are funny.
It'll fuck you up.
But they'll kill you, whatever.
Yeah.
And but he knew he could rob me at this point. This is why I'm so angry. I'm so quick and angry because the guy had been testing me all the way that night. We was playing basketball. And just some dude was around, just bumping into everybody. And he was just finding.
But you were playing the guy on the basketball
We was
court?
playing basketball, yeah.
Oh, what a prick!
A pickup game?
Pickup game.
Don't
And
know the guy.
Don't know the guy.
He's just elbowing you the entire game.
Not elbowing. He was.
What the fuck?
He was
This
just
is
He was lurking.
Yeah.
Where, like, if I look, it's called the punk test. So, like, it's like 5 phases. I bump into you. You go, hey, why?
Yeah.
There was enough room for me to and you to walk without you bumping into me. Then it was like, then it's like a step on your foot. Then it's like a hard pinch. You're like, man,
He's doing recon on your
He's
ass.
doing recon,
Yeah.
and by the time he decides he's gonna make up whatever story is, they're gonna rob you. Like he even made up a story. He go, I think you did something to my cousin.
But
I tried.
Why do you need an excuse?
Yeah, at this point,
if you have a gun,
and I was so ashamed because
to really make it hurt. What
wait a
the
minute.
fuck?
He goes like this. He goes.
love this
He
shit.
goes, hey yo, I said, uh-oh. So I tried to be hardcore.
Right away.
I tried to be hardcore, but he had already given me the punk test. I failed miserably. Masno. So Masno. And so he failed. Why do you think Maz is a 12-degree black belt? Somebody got him with the punk test when he was fucking young. Oh, shit. So he goes, yo, and then I go, yo, what's up, yo? Like, but he already knew. And he's like, yo, man, what the fuck you mean, what's up? I said, whoops. I stuck my heart in my pocket just so you don't take that away. I need my heartbeat. That motherfucker, he didn't need a gun at that point, but he knew it. He already knew.
Yeah.
And fucking, he stole, I had one of those break dancing. I was the first motherfucker to have a break dancing Puma suit. It was an old school. If you look at he took my 4X tall Puma suit.
What were you wearing?
Luckily,
holy shit.
I had on.
This is so
Luckily, I had on a pair of not sexy sweatpants because it was a little cold. So I had some non-sexy sweatpants under the Puma suit and a sweater under the Puma suit jacket. And he took my Puma suit.
Your pants and everything.
He took my pants.
Now, what did he say? What did he say?
He said, yo, nigga, yo, you the motherfucker that fucking, you the nigga that was fucking with my cousin, yo. Yo, what the fuck, you too big to be fucking with my cousin, nigga. I was like,
no.
What cousin? I was trying to be hard. He said, shut the fuck up, nigga. He didn't even pull it. He showed me the G of the gun, nigga. Like,
it was just whatever he showed you.
And I was standing there frozen, man.
So now, what, are you thinking he's going to take your Puma suit?
No, I'm thinking.
So when he says,
I'm thinking
he's going to shoot you, maybe.
I know he didn't think that I really did something to his stupid cousin.
Right.
I didn't know what he wanted.
But did you just...
Might have been sneakers, because I had the breakdancing Puma sneakers, too. I was dressed like Ozone from Breaking, nigga. I'm telling you.
But now when he said...
give me that Puma suit, yo. Give me a suit, yo.
Are you thinking, are you fucking shitting me? You want my clothes?
No, because back then, people were dying over two things.
8-ball jackets?
Jackets. But back then it was bombers.
Bombers.
They were dying. If you had and it didn't have to be leather. If you had a bomber, a nice jacket, you got killed.
Yeah.
And big radios that you would carry on your shoulder.
Yeah, the big boom
Why would you walk
boxes.
around that way then?
Because you fucking...
Because that's the way you walked around.
You had to.
Why would you increase your odds, though?
Holy
what are you gonna do? That's what. But I'm telling you,
this is my dumb world. I don't get this world.
Black people like wolf tick. We don't like to be punks. Like, I know it's, dude, look, it's unexplainable, but we don't like to. So it's the dozens. It's wolf tick. It's like fuck that. I'm carrying my shit.
I'm carrying.
Did you have to take your pants off in front of everyone?
I took in front of him and another motherfucker.
Were they
the motherfucker with him?
Were they laughing?
Were they rubbing it in when you were taking them off?
Nigga, when he said go around the corner, I get the fuck out of here. I walked around the corner. As soon as I didn't see him, you've never seen a 300-pound person run that fast. As soon as he let me go, because he could have been like, you know what? Let me just
fuck this guy.
This motherfucker.
I think he saw me. He
I don't like this motherfucker.
Might say so.
And I ran. And I think I looked back and I saw them peek, and they was not going to chase me because I ran fast.
Holy
Then I went over my boy's house because he was close.
Yeah, let's get these motherfuckers.
No. They all laughed. They laughed. I was sitting there.
You didn't pull any Boys in the Hood shit?
That's what I was doing. I love that one. I fucking was punching the air. Like, what this shit is fucked up? Niggas was laughing and shit.
Some Boys in the Hood shit.
Niggas was laughing. The thing about this guy, he was notorious. I didn't feel so bad.
Oh, goddamn.
He was notorious, this guy.
Oh, yeah,
I seen him 3 more times robbing 3 other people.
Holy shit.
In daylight around there. He was
brazen.
He was fucking a public enemy, this guy. I seen him at a wrestling match. Robbing people.
What, you ever find out what happened to him?
No, I don't.
Hopefully gunned down somewhere,
It's something not good. I mean,
I'm sure he's, yeah.
His luck was going to run out.
That man was Barack Obama.
I mean, it ain't like karma works.
Yeah.
But at this point, back then it was, they let you live, man. In that situation now, they'd shoot me. They would shoot me just because they wanted to pull that trigger, man. There's motherfuckers that die for less.
Wait till you take the Puma suit off, though. Can't be stitching up a hole in that.
I undressed like a motherfucker.
I thought the story was going to end with you in boxers.
Oh, if you were standing there in boxers and a wife beater.
And no shoes.
No shoes.
No shoe. And you know
no
what?
shoes and boxers.
I would have been happy. So, and that was pre-diabetes, so I would have walked over glass and everything to get the fuck out of there. Cut up feet, rocks.
God damn.
But after that, it's the punk test. And it fucked me up for the rest of my life. I might have been 13, 14, but I was a big motherfucker. I was already in high school playing football. And I always say, don't let a motherfucker get to the next place.
Yeah.
Just in anything, like, and even in business, you just go, no, I'm not gonna.
Right at level 1.
It's like, if you, and like the advice you get in show business, hey, man, just do it this way this time, and then the next time you can get more. Like, no, once a motherfucker fuck you in your butt, he wants to take 4 more pumps. You think he's going to take 1 pump? This guy bumped into me. I should have said
with 1 pump.
I should have said, man, there was a lot of room, man. Whatever the fuck you trying to do, you better do it. Don't go put me through this shit.
Oh, yeah. So that's what you should have said.
I should have just said, yo, man, whatever the fuck you doing, do it. Because I don't have a gun, but don't play me.
Yeah. Was he a big guy?
No, it was 2 of them. It was this little, I don't want to say his name. I feel like saying his name, but I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he's still little motherfucker. But they used to rob drug dealers too. They weren't they just saw my breakdancing Puma suit.
Oh, they can't be alive.
Right when they saw that suit, they were probably like, I am jacking that motherfucker for his suit.
Dude, my moms used to go out to get me some shit sometime, man. I had a big, I had to be 250, 260 then. So it was a 3X at least.
What the fuck was he going to do with that?
Sell it to a big motherfucker. There's somebody that was breakdancing in my shit. He should have took the shoes too. I think he was being merciful. Yeah, he was
mercy on you.
Yeah, he was being benevolent.
Let the little motherfucker.
Yeah, nigga, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
14 years old.
14, man. This motherfucker was a hard criminal.
Well, you must have been fucking feeling just like so violated.
Yeah.
That must have been a violating feeling.
A lot of things happened to me as a kid. A guy was in the house when I came home from school one time in the 5th grade. Cause I was a latchkey kid. Mm-hmm. He swung in through we lived on the 3rd floor, the top of the building. He swung in through the window.
Swung in through
and was in that
Don't make it that easy for Anthony, please. Don't make it that easy for him.
I'm telling you the truth.
Make him work for it, Patrice, will you? Jesus.
He swung through the window, and he was in the house, man. I was 10 or something in the 5th grade, and he was standing there with a knife and shit. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. It was a butter knife, but I was just too...
A knife's a knife.
I was just too nervous to know what to do, yeah. And that fucker locked me in the closet.
Shit.
But I knew he was not a hardened guy, because he was kind of nervous, but I was too young to even know, and I don't know, I probably was big enough to fuck him up, but...
Was he a cracky, you think?
It was probably new crack. It was probably new.
Little desperate. So what, Mom came home and had to let you out of the closet?
Yeah, and she was mad that she had to come home. My mother was gangster.
She was mad at you?
She was kind of mad that I let this little motherfucker lock me in the closet. She said, how many were there? It was just one.
Like, and you fucking went in the closet?
And this nigga, you know what I remember
What did they take? Do you remember?
I remember what he took.
Yeah.
My mother, when we used to sell spices for school, the school back then we would sell spices.
Yeah.
Now it's candy bars.
Now it's candy bar, but it used to be spices. My mother sold enough spices for me to get a TV.
Nice.
He stole my Spice TV.
That
motherfucker stole my Spice Prize television. That cocksucker. My mother sold enough for you to choose what you wanted in the magazine. I had my little Spice.
This is terrible. I
know,
this is terrible.
I'm so glad
shit.
I gave you a gift today. I'm so glad today's the day I gave you the gift.
I cannot believe how terrible this shit is.
It's horrendous.
It just, to me, seems so violating.
It is. And that's why you think I'm so mad? Like, it's just I be mad all the time.
Like, you got to carry that anger with you.
Because
your
you
entire
just
fucking
you
life.
just go. That's a lot of people. I got a friend that boxes now. That he boxes because it was some things that happened to him, and he just wants to beat people up, man.
The only thing I remember...
He just wants to beat you up.
From my youth, the only thing I remember that was really violating to me was this one kid in front of these stores used to slap box with me every so often, and I was never good at fighting or anything. I never knew how to block anything. So this guy was just able to smack me around and shit. But it was light, like taps and shit like that. One day he was with two of his friends, and he's like, "Hey, Kimmy, get over here." I was like, "Oh, fuck, here comes he." And he starts slapboxing. So he throws a slap at me, and I lean back, and I come back forward, and a fucking right fist was waiting for me.
Jesus.
Bam! He clocked me in the eye. I went down on my ass, blind in that eye. Like, it was just, couldn't see. I grabbed my eye and just felt warm all over, blood pouring down my fucking face. And I looked up enough with one eye to see him and his friends going, like laughing at me, almost knocked out on my ass, bleeding from my eye. And I can't tell you how many years, like, that's
to this
stuck
day,
in my
it's
head.
still, you
To
never
this
heal
day.
from certain things.
To this
dude.
day. And all I wanted to do was fucking kill him.
Is that the guns?
And I had fantasies
Is
about
that your
like,
guns?
That's probably where the
Is
guns
that
come
the
from.
guns?
That's probably where the guns.
Dude, if you
Gabriel Mayers.
You never forget
remember
the
the
name.
name?
Oh,
You think you grew older, but see, where I grew up, this was before gangs.
Mm-hmm.
When I was from 3 to 15, there was no gangs. It was the rough kids and the silly kids. I was a silly motherfucker. I was funny and I played ball, and then it was the street kids. And your whole life was trying to avoid those kids. You took a new route. You pick a route and go around the corner.
Yeah, you
you
just
see the motherfuckers coming. You build your quick escape James Bond. You unpack your James Bond submarine car, nigga, and go in the lake. And there was these motherfuckers that lived next door. I remember their names too. I just don't say they can't. They caught one of my friends, man, by himself. Man, they made him do two things, and I felt bad for him to this day. They made him hold a Dixie cup so they could shoot rocks with homemade slingshots at the Dixie cup as target practice, and they made him be a basketball hoop.
Oh God! So he made his arms.
They made him hold his arms.
So your face is the backboard,
and they would shoot, and the ball would hit his face and go into his arm.
That's brutal.
Oh God damn.
And all you can do is go, man, I'm glad they didn't catch me today.
Yeah,
That's
wasn't
why.
you.
That's why this whole cyberbullying thing is just horseshit in the end. Because we all grew up with this.
Are you telling me Are you telling me after Puma suit I shouldn't have fucking
jumped off a
took
bridge
a couple
or
of
something?
sleeping pills? It's
something.
Shit.
At least it's horrible what happened to that kid.
I felt bad for that kid, but
of course it's not. But it's not an epidemic.
But I'll tell you
it's
something
always
else.
been around.
At least cyberbullying,
some form
ain't
of
fucking
bullying,
leaving me with a black eye and fucking
blood pouring out,
and someone else now has to deal with your fucking. The redemption,
With
like
my
you're gonna be quick to blow a fucking. And when you shoot his,
I ain't getting hit again, motherfucker.
Yeah, if you think I'm gonna ever get hit in my eye again, you fucking sadly mistaken.
We don't have to do this, obviously, but we could take phone calls for days about how people were bullied growing up, or did the bullying.
Yes,
and I even said some of the bullies were even bullied.
The first time I stood up for myself. And this is why TV is very important, by the way. This motherfucker
Your
was fucking with me.
Spice TV.
I said, I ain't taking this shit no more, man. Fuck this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember my man Gomez. I have to say this, Gomez. This dude had did something to me the day before. He had punched me in the face. And I had thought about it all night.
Could you tell me how old you were, for reference?
15.
15.
This is when I said
15, you finally said, fuck this.
I'd rather
I want to
die.
wear my own Puma suit.
I
more than
can't
a
deal
day.
with not wearing my Puma suit ever again.
Puma suit.
And and this motherfucker did. I think he had. Oh no! It was 2 days before we were playing basketball, and he passed me the ball, and I missed the pass. But I guess you want to fight somebody anyway. And you just make up anything to fight. So we had a fight or something, but I had said, I took the high road, like, look, man, I don't want to, you get older, when you're younger, that you're a punk. Older, you're like, are you serious? But he was just like following me home. I went home. And the next day on the bus, Gomez was like, yo, let me hold your bag, because you got to do what you got to do. I remember Gomez. Gomez, actually, that's the nigga that said, man, you got no choice.
Yeah, it's time.
But I had, you ever see Bad Boys with Sean Penn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Love that one.
Well, I didn't have Coke cans to put into a into
the pillowcase.
Into a pillowcase.
Whatever.
I put my mother had aerobic weights, and I put aerobic weights in a plastic bag and took it to the bus, and I just started swinging on it with aerobic weights.
Fuck.
But what happened is I went back to hit that third swing, and I really didn't get them good like I wanted to. They flew out the back of the bag. And so I hit him twice with just an empty bag. So I just had to jump on him and just start fighting. And once my fist, I just wasn't a fighter when I was growing up. Once my fist, I was physical, but not just punching people. But once my fist started hitting his face, I was like, this is not so bad. And he swung and hit me, and we were fighting. And I go, this is not so bad to get fucked up and then possibly fuck somebody else up. I was 300 pounds, so that couldn't have felt good to him.
No.
So anytime you get hit in the eye, you see the shine, that big shine, and then it goes back to regular. Or in the nose, both eyes shine, and then go back, but then your nose is like, and I'm like, this ain't, so imagine, like, his must feel really
way
bad.
worse.
So that was when I was like, I don't want to deal with this no more. And that was literally the last time, but this motherfucker pull a gun out. I'm going, look, man, take what you got to take. Yeah. But in terms of a motherfucker, like, balling up his fist, I used to be scared to fight. But if a motherfucker balling up his fist, you go,
I'll take a punch.
I'll take a fucking punch in the face. Fuck that shit.
I've never been very good at taking a punch, though.
But it's like, to give one is worth taking one.
I got a glass jaw.
To hit a motherfucker, it hurts.
You knock right the fuck out.
If you just kind of lightly hit yourself in the face, just a little harder than soft, that fucking hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Especially when you get older, it's just.
Now you just fucking.
Now you don't.
Just like,
that's only white trash.
Right.
You will only see white trash old guys on cops. In the trailer park.
Just beefing.
Motherfuckers, like, drunk and punching each other in the face, all bloodied, their T-shirts ripped. He's talking shit about my wife, and I've never been much of a fighter.
I
got out of a lot of shit by
but
being
you're funny,
a
though. But see, funny people are funny.
Yeah. So you get away with it.
It's funny, but where I'm from, funny was too much laughing, too much giggling. Too much. You know how I became a victim in that Puma story? I remember. I never fucking forgot.
What'd you do?
I was doing an impression of Deputy Dog.
In the fucking hood.
That guy
in the hood.
That guy just went like, oh yeah,
this fat pussy. And I was going, I was like, you remember? We laughing about Deputy Dog, and this motherfucker was like. You just know he was like this motherfucker.
You're doing Deputy Dog. He's got a gun. Oh, fuck, man. God damn, man.
Oh, shit, man. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I'm 40. Still, if I had 3 genie wishes, nigga,
that would be one of them.
One of them. $1 billion, cure diabetes, and burn this nigga every day. Like, he's just on fire, but he won't die. Just fucking pussy.
Fuck, that's a great story, Patrice.
God damn, is that fucking just amazing.
You're playing Bananas this weekend, Patrice?
Yes, sir. Poughkeepsie Bananas.
Poughkeepsie. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. BananasComedyClub.com or Big Mama Prods on Twitter for all the info, right?
Yeah,
you tweet your gigs, don't you?
PatriceO'Neil.com.
Oh, yeah, let's start promoting that again. PatriceO'Neil.com. All right, we'll get into something different after the break. You want to do country music today?
Whatever you want to do.
That's a bit people ask for all the time. we look at the top 10 country songs and try to figure out what the fucking songs are about because we don't know the genre.
God damn. I'm just still stunned.
For the Puma suit.
The Puma suit.
From the damn Puma
The guy
suit.
just knew from Deputy Dog and
knew.
stepping on your toe.
He just knew.
God damn.
He knew I was that guy.
That's a whole fucking strategy. Amazing.
Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
Hanging with Patrice O'Neill today. That was a hell of an hour of radio right there, my friend. Holy shit.
Y'all make me tell these stories I be forgetting.
I'm in shock. Hey, did you watch the Jets?
Man, I knew I was coming in, so I went to sleep a little early. I know the game started a little late.
Late because of the fucking
lightning. But the
lightning.
Jets are actually looking like pretty goddamn good, man.
I don't want to jinx it, but they're looking all right, man.
But I don't
fucking
I don't
Sanchez is
trust
playing all right this year. I know. That's what I'm thinking.
I just don't trust that kid.
So far, so good, though, with him.
He's doing, man, and then Braylon Edwards
Love Braylon
is
Edwards.
the key to it all because he's actually like
He's not dropping the ball.
He's not. He's playing. Fuck, man.
He is playing.
They are looking fucking good, man.
4-1.
They're looking good. They might be the best team in the NFL right now. Like if you're doing I mean, people are saying Baltimore because Baltimore beat them. But
right. But they could easily have won that game, too.
Yeah, that was a shitty
I don't
game.
know the NFL well enough to say the Jets are the best team in the league right now. I just
Well,
don't know.
it's
That's an argument for sports radio. I don't know.
But it's not. I mean, it's not New Orleans and it's not Indianapolis.
No, of course
you got
not.
some that have a decent record, but you know they're not really that record, which is Kansas City.
Right.
I mean, the Patriots possibly, but their defense is really bad this year. Like, you know, people are scoring too much on them.
And what are they saying about Moss and Brady? That they had to be separated
they had
or
a
something.
beef. And there was
Didn't Moss say that his haircut made him look like a girl or something?
and then fucking, but Brady said, "Take off those stupid dreads. You look like an asshole." Like, and Moss said, "Fucking, you look like a bitch." Like,
why would there be a problem there, man? Brady's a great quarterback. You want a great quarterback if you're Moss, right?
3 years.
Why would you want to go back and play with Brett Favre?
That's just nothing because it was money. Patriots. It wasn't that argument.
It was just all about money in the end.
Yeah, people who aren't dudes.
He has a better shot winning with the fucking Patriots right now than the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right?
But he didn't. It was a money. The Patriots are fucking cheap. They let Richard Seymour go. They're not loyal and they're cheap, man. They're a disloyal, cheap team. That's the one thing I don't root for them as hard as I should. I like the Patriots because I'm from Boston. It's just like kind of in my blood.
Sure.
But Kraft is an asshole, man. He lets good people go.
Why would he do that? Well, I guess he's got enough Super Bowls under his belt, right?
I guess if that's how he feels about it, but
it's not worth it to him to really push.
But that argument was nothing because you argue it as a team. When
Yeah, sure.
these sports guys who, you know, talking about Brett Favre and this thing saying it's a, like I heard somebody talking yesterday on 1050 and just talking about, dude, these are guys talking about he's either sick or is he just a bad guy? Like talking how man,
Brett Favre?
Yes,
because of this.
Because of this thing
because he's doing guy shit.
Yes, it's like, why do these guys do? You know, they go, man, it has to be. I think it was Michael Kay, but it wasn't Michael Kay who was being not a dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was being careful not to go either side. It was somebody else that was like, I don't get this, man. And it's like, but Michael Kay goes, throughout history, men have destroyed themselves over women.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you want to say
why?
over pussy.
Over pussy. And he goes, why do they do that? And then the other guy goes, is it because they're a bad guy? Is it anybody who's really serious? But it's like,
bad guy? What
Brett Favre doesn't want to fucking ruin his life over pussy. But he sent this picture. It's never good for a guy to send a picture of himself. It's just not good, man. It's not fucking good. But it's just like these things. It's really, to be honest, it's no big deal except for to you and your woman. And most of the time, these guys, women, they just go, why can't you just not make me look bad? Like don't force me to have to divorce you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now I have to divorce you.
Like in those situations, they both know what's going on. Just keep it between us, right?
And his wife was dealing with cancer, so now
makes him look like a real
super
scumbag.
douchey.
Bad.
Right.
Super douche. Fucking George Lopez is getting a divorce. His wife gives him a kidney.
Yeah, he's fucked.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, he's fucked. So he looks like a real dirtbag.
I cheat on my bitch. I get caught. This bitch, she got to deal with the fact that she clips my toenails for me because I got to be careful with my feet. Like,
you can't
I'm
bleed.
an asshole. You know what I'm saying? My girl is
you're
willing to
diabetes. You can't
clip my
bleed.
toenails. Sweetie, what's this boil right here on my ass? Oh, that's weird looking. Let me see. Like, you get the...
Wow.
When your bitch loves you like that... you
Yeah,
just,
that's hardcore.
You don't want to make her look like a fucking asshole.
But
real
she
shit.
gave up a kidney for George.
She gave up a fucking kidney.
Damn.
And if you look at his wife, man, no, I mean, look, it is what it is. I mean, I'm in the same business. I mean, I don't want to make the fucker mad. He has a show, but if you see his wife, you have no choice but to cheat on her. Like, you can't stay faithful to that.
Kidney or no kidney?
Kidney or bitch, take your kidney back. I gotta
damn.
get some pussy. Do you see?
Can she get her kidney back, you think?
Nigga, I'd give it back to her.
I bet you there's a lawyer out there that will try to
wants
get
that
that
kidney
done.
back?
That will try to get that done for her.
Get me that kidney
But you see
back.
that face? She should be giving up organs
Yeah,
to keep
that's,
him. He's the most famous Mexican on planet Earth.
That's great.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, wow.
all right, Patrice.
He
All
can
right.
get all kinds of...
All right.
He can get them Telemundo chicks.
George went in a wig.
Oh, wow.
Married to Chris Farley.
Chris Farley in a dark wig.
Chris Farley from that bit they used to do when they were all the chicks at the restaurant.
at the Gap.
Yeah.
And they're getting the divorce. They're done.
Oh.
You know, but evidently they're still friends or something because she probably just knows, man.
Yeah.
She just knows.
Oof.
But he did you know what the thing about him? He did what the right thing. He went to hookers. And
Yeah.
the hookers snitched on him. That's the game now.
Not even safe with the hookers, Patrice.
Not even safe
anymore,
with the
right?
hookers now.
That's what we're learning today.
Yeah.
huh?
Hookers are ratting out all
Ratting
these
them,
guys.
ratting them out.
I don't think Brett Favre's a bad guy for what he was doing. He was
Come
just
on,
trying to get
man.
some fucking pussy.
40 years old.
Obviously wasn't happy with his situation.
He's being a decent dude. Look, his wife is sick, man, and he was staying with her. He went through that shit,
Yeah.
and he didn't leave her. But it's like this young, pretty thing, man. He was just like, man, I'm Brett fucking Wrangler Favre.
He's got a small penis.
Well,
Did
it happens,
he's
man.
got
You
a small
can't
penis.
look. You can't control the size of your dick.
You're pretty
But
much
you shouldn't be
stuck.
sending it out there,
Matter of fact,
bragging.
let me cancel those 3 wishes. I'm canceling. I'm canceling killing this motherfucker. Replace it with a bigger dick. With just a bigger dick.
But he thought, I guess he thought his small penis was going to get the job done. Is what I'm saying.
But he might have a grower. You know, who knows what the fuck Brett
I don't
has.
know, man.
But you don't
If you
send
got
that
a
when it's
grower,
not.
then you don't send it when it's not.
You don't
a
send a
fucking-
midget.
Yeah.
You don't send it when
a
it's
midget size,
fucking
right?
George Costanza from the pool size.
Yeah, if you got a grower, you should water it first before you send it to anybody. Fucking water that shit. Get some fertilizer. Get some Miracle Grow.
Jesus, Brett. Brett doesn't have a swinging dick.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, I got distracted from looking at these wonderful fucking Afghani people that chopped this woman's nose off.
Why did
for
they do
something.
that, Anthony?
Well, apparently she must have been fucking, not wearing a burqa or fucking. She probably was raped. So
and
they
her
had to cut
noseless
her
face
nose
is on
off.
the front cover of Time?
Yeah, they cut her fucking nose off, but then she comes here to get a new nose on. The Taliban fucking cut her nose off. Oh man,
We
There's
had
some fucked up people.
We had the
Well-
Brett Favre girl on our show, by the way, Patrice.
Yes, we
What,
did.
before the
Yeah,
situation?
before the situation.
Yeah,
Nice girl.
yeah. I was
whatever.
trying.
She's right.
I mean,
Look
nice.
at that. That's not.
I mean,
come on, Brett.
And then someone's claiming
What are you
that he's got huge hands, and that's why it looks so small.
Nah, you could see.
Nah, that's a sickly little dick, man.
that's a sickly
and
little
that's
dick.
that looks
But
like.
that's not guaranteed Brett.
What is that one? That's a.
That's
weird
Brett?
one.
Yeah, but that's like an angle. Yeah, he's trying there.
Wow, Brett doesn't have a Hall of Fame dick, I tell you that.
I know Hall of Famer.
Jesus Christ.
And that's pretty much, full fucking.
Yeah, that's not a big dick, man.
That's
there's
fully
nothing
loaded.
worse than growing up without a giant swinger because Man, I used to go home in my full football equipment, nigga, to take a shower. They be taking showers. They be in tuxedos on the bus. I'm like, nigga, I'm taking a shower in the house.
All I'm saying is, if you do have the small dick, you don't put that out there like that, Patrice. That's all.
I can stand it.
I'm sorry. This was the baby's room. I'm really sorry.
She's laughing at his dick.
I was in the pool! I was in the pool!
With the hands.
I was in the pool.
That's hilarious.
Shrinkage.
Well, we're talking about sports. We talked about it earlier, but we got to get your take on it. You don't watch hockey.
I heard this thing, though.
Have you seen it?
Great
No.
clip.
It's awesome.
I heard
And sports needs this shit to come back. They really do, but they're gonna end up suspending the kid if he's even a kid. I don't know.
I do a joke about how much
We're talking about the blowjob gesture, obviously, to Avery.
Yeah.
I do a joke in about how much we've changed in terms of sports. When I was coming up playing football, this is a phenomenon that when I played didn't happen. You hit a guy and he doesn't get up. We didn't hold hands with the other team and and
please make
pray.
him okay.
Yeah, and the crowd's quiet and worried. We would do choreographed paralysis fucking dances.
That's right.
We would, you know what I mean? It was this weird. You can't tackle, dude. You can't believe I was watching college football this weekend. How many penalties they give out because this 250-pound guy who's running as fast as he can is trying to hit another 250-pound guy.
Yeah,
and he has to stop his fury so he doesn't hit him too hard. Like, it's just...
Yeah, what the fuck is
what
that?
are you trying to... What's going on? What the fuck is going on, man? This is the thing with the gesture.
Oh, yeah. I want to see if the announcers even say anything.
And Avery gives DiPietro a little shower. That's what Wisniewski took exception to. So perhaps an appointment.
They don't even acknowledge it happened.
Acknowledge it.
What did he say? Perhaps an appointment? What did he say? He said perhaps an appointment?
Appointment of a penalty?
An appointment.
Maybe
What does that
perhaps
mean?
an appointment with Gary Bettman. I don't know. Maybe.
And it wasn't that wasn't egregious at all.
That was pretty good, though.
It was funny.
He's got it down
It's
pretty
fucking
good, right?
funny.
He's
like, what you gonna do, pussy?
Oh, fuck you.
He just call him a fucking fag.
Yeah, that's it.
We've all done that.
Exactly.
I love when that shit
He's
happens
not going to
in
get
sports.
suspended, though.
You don't think?
Absolutely not.
How? Why not? What's your thought?
Hockey's a fringe sport. No one cares. And I mean, honestly, and it's not a sport that, like, the worst thing that ever happened, I think, and the guy got suspended for 20 games, was some brutal hit where the dude could have died or something. And I think that was a 20-game suspension.
Oh, that was over the head behind. Who was
it? It was some
just
brutal.
Locked him over the fucking
and I think it was a full season one time too. But that was because of like almost an assault. But other than the blowjob thing, he'll get a fine for that. For lewd gesture. No one. This is like some unprecedented thing. They would have to invent it.
Todd Bertuzzi.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah.
Well, the names come up. It's not.
And there was no penalty on the ice either.
No, it's just the guys fucking around in front of the net a little bit.
Trust me.
That's why I don't think
I
they
heard you
want
say it's a big suspension.
I think it is. I think they're going to suspend him.
I don't think so, bro.
He should face suspension for gesture. That's
Who's saying that?
Scott
A sports
Burnside,
blogger?
some blogger asshole.
That can't be
Shut
a man
up, you
anymore.
Fruit.
Sports talk is the worst. They're not men anymore.
They're not able.
It's really strange to listen to.
There's one guy
there's some guys
a dude,
out there
though.
that are still doing it. But
Colin Cowherd, man, he'll say some fucking shit. I like him, man. I like him.
But in general, these guys are being so safe with what they're saying.
Well, you see the guys who you can't even.
Did you watch Monday Night Football? Brett Favre. It's obviously dick pictures and all that, and how they were talking about it.
His little pink dick.
You didn't know what they were talking about because they were trying to talk around.
They were talking around it.
Yeah.
You can't use 9/11 analogies. I don't. Why can't you use like the guys like? I think it was New Orleans. Let's go in there and Oh no, it was a Katrina. It wasn't 9/11.
Yeah,
it was like, let's go in there and beat those New Orleans Saints and like jump on them like Hurricane Katrina. Like you can't use bad thing analogies. Let's fly a foot and let's just fly 2 feet right into his ass.
But why can't you?
Because you can't.
Why? Oh yeah, Chris Simon, longest NHL suspension for the people that care, 30 games. For stomping on the leg of Pittsburgh's, Jarko Ruutu, right, in December 2007.
30 games for violence.
Yeah, Simon didn't play, man. He was with the Islanders for a while, Chris Simon. He did not play. That guy was an animal.
But who's doing, can anybody stop this shit? Like, is it any possible way?
What do you mean?
Like, if someone took a stand, like, who could take a stand?
They've already stopped most of this.
No, I mean, who could take a stand against, like, fucking being angry about this shit? Like, who can do that? And then change the whole culture where...
Let's not become even more pussies than we are. Let's kind of take it back.
Like in 60 Minutes do it? Like if one of them, if like Dan Rather or whoever's on there goes,
I think one of these coaches,
Faggots.
coaches has to just step up and say, fuck that.
They do.
It's not going to happen really though.
Joe Namath is that type of guy. Joe Namath is like here, they're getting in trouble for saying that they're, it was a Michael K show I was listening to and I don't know who was saying what, but I know it was like, it was dangerous to say that there shouldn't be women in the fucking locker room. Like, that's not a dangerous thing to say. It should not be women.
You should be able to discuss that openly, at least.
At least
and they were,
talk about it.
They were scared to talk about it openly.
It's unfair to me if I'm a young soldier with testosterone, and that bitch that was dealing with the Jets, she has one of the best asses I've ever seen in my entire life.
And she shows it off, too.
And she shows it. And she comes in and asking her dumb question, and my dick is long and it fucking works correctly. And you're like, hey, what's up, baby? Like, I should at least be able to find out if she's a fucking whore.
Right.
I shouldn't have to, like, approach her all the time as a gentleman. I should be like, yeah, I'm going to ask you a question, but let me ask you something. You see that?
Yeah, you're in here.
You see what I got? What you thinking? You thinking something? What, you got a man? Like, what's going on, baby? Like, I can't treat her like a woman? And then she's saying it's harassment. It's not harassment unless I do it twice. So if I say...
Your fucking logic is brilliant.
If I go, hey, baby, you want to suck my dick? You say no. All right, cool.
Yeah, you should be able to have have one as a man.
You gotta have one.
Come on, baby.
God, if you do it twice, though, all right.
Yeah, after she says stop, I'm done. It's not harassment.
That's something human
The
resource
first one was
guy.
a proposition. You see my balls? You want a piece? No. That's it.
Fair enough. I know what this is about. I'm going to move on and play a little fucking PlayStation 3 right
You ain't
now.
into me? I can see. You don't want to look like a whore, but I'm going to drop my number on the ground. You pick it up if you want to. But you can't discuss it. But come on, though. It got to be somebody who has enough clout to turn the tide on that shit.
It's just
that if they just
over.
say it, it'll just change.
It's just going to get worse and worse.
It's like saying women can't smoke anymore. It's gone. It's history. It's fucking part of. That's it. And now it's like men can't be men. You can't talk like that. You can't fucking
like it's fair to say you can't come in and see, and then it's like, well. And this was the show I was listening to. It was like, well, if there's they're gonna make special press rooms, right? And they go, well, if there's a press room, then the guys and the girls have to go in the press room. That means the guy reporters can't be in the room.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, but yeah, they can, because if the reporter's like talking to me and my dick is swinging next to him, we as men, we're not discussing anything sexual.
No.
So I said, yeah, when I hit the guy, man, I saw blood come out of his eyes. I was a little nervous. And then it's like, all right, see you later, Cliff. Then you go into the room dressed and all the girls are like, so now this is Andrea Kramer. And this fucking do what they do.
Yeah.
But don't forget it's men.
People
You see
don't
how
wanna-
annoyed those coaches are when I'm going to tell you something. Watch female sideline reporters. Watch how annoyed The only one they don't get annoyed at is with Reggie Miller's sister, Cheryl Miller, in basketball.
Well, she's half a dude, though.
She gets
That's
some
why-
type of dude respect somehow.
She's half a dude, and she really knows basketball. That's where I'm at with that shit. Like, I want the person to know the sport, not she's out there because they think she's hot.
But the chick that does football for ESPN,
which one,
is not bad. Rachel Nichols.
I don't know.
She seems to have figured out a way to not annoy people. But then you got the funny looking one, the black girl on CBS. On Fox, where you just go, what?
Getting back to Cheryl Miller, though.
Yeah.
She's in a pickup game with some of these NBA players. She's holding her own.
Well, she's the best female basketball player that ever fucking lived.
So
ever.
she does get a little respect.
But that's the only one that talks, and it's like, because she kind of has this voice, so, you know.
She's half a dude, Ann.
Yeah.
She might be more of a dude than her brother.
She used to beat him. You know, so,
right.
But she's the only one when they talking to her, it's not like, you're annoying me.
Yeah.
Like, when
I
you
just want to get to the locker room.
When you talk to those fucking football coaches, they get annoyed.
Yeah.
They can't believe they have to deal with that crap.
And one more sports thing, please.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch football, but you are a football fan.
Little
I am starting
I
a
try.
campaign again. There's some things right now you can't prove racism. It's all fictitious, so you sound like an asshole when you talk about it.
Yeah.
But there's no way any nigga that talks like Lou Holtz would have a job on TV. Any nigga who talks like
Derek's
Mr.
working
Magoo.
on a bit, right?
We're
on this.
Lou Holtz.
Can we get a little sample?
I don't watch
Yeah, we'll see what
that
we can do.
show anymore because Lou Holtz is the He's a slurpy, silly old man. And Mark May, who's the black guy, super articulate, has to deal with this mushmouth, old, senior fucking citizen fucking up college football.
It's funny you bring this up because the boys are working on something behind the scenes. With
Lou
Lou Holtz. So we noticed a while ago that he just can't fucking speak.
And his teeth.
Yeah, I
it
don't
sounds
know
like
what
he's
it
trying
is.
to keep his teeth in.
Yeah.
And I know
talking
he's
over the dentures.
he's one of those football coaches. You know, dun, 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 dun. He's a football coach, but
Holy
now
shit.
he's a old slurpy man. And I'm not. I don't watch ESPN until he's gone. I'm fucking finished.
We're gonna have an example of that in a minute or two here. But Vincent Bayonne, it's Can male reporters go into the women's volleyball team locker room?
No.
I know it's a double
Not when
standard.
they're naked. Pussy out, titties out. No.
And he picked
Why?
a very good sport because I mean, who would want to go into the women's locker room at a WNBA game?
I tell you,
It's a little
women's
rough.
volleyball is the closest that I could come to jerking off without watching porn, dude. Those juicy asses, long legs.
Yeah, and they have to bend over to get ready for the
just
fucking
delicious little
serve.
sweaty women. I love fucking college volleyball. I hold my dick.
Did you see the lingerie fucking football league yet?
No.
Somebody fucking
From Vegas, right?
Somebody tweeted it. It's a promotional video. It's got 1.3 million views. You got to see this shit.
Yeah.
Because I think we had some of the girls in here. If it's the same league, you're thinking
Yeah, I was trying to
lingerie,
pick one
football, like it's all cutesy. You got to see what the fuck they're doing.
Beating the shit out of each other?
Beating the shit out of each other, and they got the hottest shit on.
To be
Danny
fair,
left the studio. I got to show you this. It's unbelievable.
To be fair, with the women though, and it's the same thing. I think the difference between a women's strip club and a men's. I think to be fair to women on this one is there's never any sexual. There's never even any sexual danger when it comes from women to men. Like if a man's walking around naked with his dick out and women are around, there's no danger to him.
But there's sexual thoughts going on.
Yeah, but there's no danger to
you think
them. There's danger
this is
to
it.
naked women.
Yeah. Look at this. I know it's radio.
All right. This is looking hardcore. Jesus, they are hitting each
They're
other.
really fucking playing.
And they're like,
Good evening, welcome to
they're half
Seattle
naked.
LFL Friday Night Football.
What's it
here
called,
in
cunt
the
ball?
great
Do yourself a favor and check out this video sometime today on YouTube. Lingerie Football League.
You're wondering if you're going to see some real football. Wonder no more.
They're just like wearing bikinis and fucking shoulder pads and a helmet.
Yeah. For quite a treat.
Oh my God, yo.
They're really fucking hitting each other.
What a nice combination, huh?
Jesus.
And her cervix is on the floor. Fucking bitches fucking up their chance to have kids.
Yeah.
How great is that?
This is fantastic. I'd watch this.
I would really watch this, yeah.
These girls know football.
Yeah, they seem to know the game, too. Absolutely.
Lindsey Blaine right there with the interception.
A bunch of fucking guys in the stands.
This is
San Diego.
Look at that bitch run.
This is taking over arena football. It's arena football with girls. Really hot girls.
Holy fuck.
Are they the greatest fucking panties ever?
oh my God.
They are just fucking in.
This is genius.
They're in their underwear.
This is what the WNBA. This is it.
Yes, come out of here,
Oh, face in her ass.
How they get hot girls to play though?
That dirty, fishy scrum.
NFL football. It was exciting. It was hard hitting.
Oh, fuck the hits.
Wow. Stopped her right at the line.
Football.
Oh, how do they get so many girls that are that hot that know how to fucking play in that
They
way?
are hardcore.
Fucking uneducated, sexy dummies that'll hit you for some money. And the thing is, this is genius, because this is what makes any sport where women are doing a sport and they don't exercise the thing that makes men into them. So these girls are smart where they're doing football, but they're not trying to do it like men.
Right.
They're doing it like women and having men go, oh, shit. Look at that bitch, and then they start to appreciate the fucking game.
Yeah,
but the WNBA, they play in men's they should play in fucking bra and panties.
Yeah.
And lower the hoop, of course.
That would save the league.
Lower the hoop.
So they can dunk.
So they could get real hot girls in there, not these fucking freaks of nature.
It would save the league. That league is about done.
This thing is,
by the way,
watch it.
Thank you, Dry Blood Brooklyn. Friday night on MTV2. Every Friday night.
The Lingerie Football League.
I got to check it out now.
I guarantee it'll be huge. I got to watch it now.
Wow.
Yeah, that promotional video is unbelievable.
Oh, you see them jiggly butts?
Well. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I did.
That means they're hot, but not in shape. So it's just normal, jiggly, hot butts.
Regular, jiggly hot butt girl.
Not no strong, not moving butts. Did you see the girl get slammed in her ass? The other girl's face is in her ass.
It rippled.
And it rippled.
Just a little bit.
And they do the slow motion replay, and her ass is rippling in this other girl's face. Dirty, fishy scrum.
And they're smart enough not to have a big fat broad as a lineman, by the way. They're all the same size.
They really do look all the same.
Like you said, they're not
size.
playing like men where they're getting some fat pigs on the line at least to help their girls out.
And you're lucky I'm not
they're
the
all
ref.
the same exact size.
You're lucky I'm not the ref because they get hurt because I'm not blowing any whistles because I'm just sitting there
I know, right?
rubbing my dick.
God damn.
Isn't that great? Is that what they were promoting when they came in, or was that another league?
I think this is it.
You was promoting this back at the other place a long time ago.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, that was some broads that came in here,
Recently,
right?
The lingerie
about a year
ball.
ago,
I think I was trying to pick up one of them too.
Well, where's that bit?
The lingerie bowl. You guys were talking about this forever.
It was in February they stopped by.
We got this bit. We got a montage of all the women Anthony has tried to pick up on
when
the
they
show.
come in, when they
come in just innocently to promote their horseshit.
What was the number one? What's the
tried.
furthest that ever? Not sex, but like you almost that y'all was.
Oh, that's got to be the penthouse.
The penthouse chick.
Yeah, he actually went out on a date, and there might have been a little
went to
sucky
dinner.
face.
Had some fun, but nothing. Fucking.
But now she avoids the show and you when she comes to New York.
Taylor
What'd you do to her?
What happened, man?
Taylor Vixen.
She's been in New York a few times. Since
I mean,
then.
we had a good time, but she fucking.
She literally avoids us now.
But how great is
What
that?
did you do, Ed?
Do you
Come
understand how if you're a
believe me,
square guy
you don't even got
that
a
you
fucking
can't
deal.
even like you know how great that is that you can
Believe me.
fucking like
You don't even have to fucking tell me. I know.
you can
It's like,
proposition women at least you can proposition them here.
At least I could, going, hey, you put your fucking penthouse pet of the year. You want to go out? Couldn't
No,
walk
yes,
up to her.
yeah,
I couldn't
man.
just walk up to her and say that. But in here, it's on the air. I was like, all right, throw her the phone. She puts her fucking number in. I call her back.
Imagine some guy at the office right now, some hot chick that just
every day gives him like a morning hello massage, like two squeezes on each shoulder, and she's walking around, and he's just like, I'm gonna fuck your face off at lunchtime, but he can't. He's gonna lose his job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's just sitting there, and he's just in pain.
A whole nother story here.
Yeah. We got, do we have the Lou Holtz audio? A little taste?
Derek's looking for something in the other room. It's
just a little taste.
He forgot to DVR it on Saturday. So.
Oh, really? Do we have something on YouTube, maybe?
We were looking, but we couldn't really find anything that was a good example.
Oh,
there is some stuff, but nothing that's good enough.
I respect how he I don't watch College Game Day because of him. I can't.
You can't watch.
And it makes me mad because I'm like, no.
You love college football?
Black, squeaky voice motherfucking old raggedy man. No Tuskegee Airmen. You know, when I can't. Only nigga you see like that on TV is documentary niggas to tell you how there were niggas that actually existed before niggas now. Like, so.
If it weren't for us, we stopped the entire German Luftwaffe. Luftwaffe 5 planes, and we used to have to maintain them all ourselves.
The Tuskegee Airmen.
Syphilis.
Yeah, they shot us up with the syphilis, and see what would happen to the black man.
No fucking civil rights black men with a job.
Civil rights.
That talk like Lou Holtz.
Lou Holtz.
I'm telling you, you gotta hear Lou Holtz. It's despicable.
I want to hear him so fucking bad now.
Why would they keep that man on TV like that, man?
Because he's a legend.
He's a legend, but it's despicable.
White
legend. A white legend.
It was back in 1908.
and you sound like Lou Holtz, except for you have to do that.
Oh, does he whistle? Whistle a little bit there. She says, mush mouth kind of.
Air's escaping.
Oh, God.
What's that about? Is that missing teeth? What is that?
I don't know. I think
is.
it's his dentures coming out. I can't believe you don't have any Lou Holtz, man.
We're trying.
Well, like I said, there's some, but I would rather pull a clip that would
a real good one.
That would
really bring it home.
It's
really
College Game. There's no College Game Day on there. And Mark May, he's like, and then this is the black guy used to be a lineman from Pittsburgh, right? And then, you know, South Carolina did the wrong thing there. See, what they should have done here is when Alabama just does this, and it's absolutely, I think Boise State should not. It's just wrong.
You know what? Maybe we don't have Lou Holtz audio, but we got people that are way in. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hi. Yeah, my wife and I were watching on Saturday night, and they were talking about one of the football games, and they were supposed to say rough finish, but instead they said rough fetish.
Rough fetish.
Yeah, rough
fetish.
Derek sent me a clip, so
this one might work?
I think he's saying that this one's going to be good. All right, so let's give it a listen.
Okay.
Man, we're Boise State not only have a blue field.
Stop it! Stop it now! Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yeah, you know Boise State.
What is it? He sounds like our old pal, Will Dougie.
He sounds like he's got a fucking, like he's deaf.
It's just not good.
I know I'm in your dingus about Boise State.
All right, let's try to get through this.
Dr. Lou, Dr. Lou.
The doctor will see you now.
Man, we at Boise State not only have a blue field, we have a blue locker room floor. And when Oregon State leaves here, they're going to be black and blue. As I told you before, people are motivated by their needs and discouraged by their fears. We have no fear of any football team in this country. We'll play anybody. But let me tell you the one thing that does scare me is the fact that people in the media like Mark May and Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit say that we should be in a national championship game even if we go undefeated. The things like this that scare me, they're saying people can vote and breed. Not only vote in the football.
Stop for a second. This is what angers me about this situation.
Why?
Look,
Why is it angering you?
It angers me. It's the same thing of them forcing me to watch Muhammad Ali in the condition he's in, and keep telling me that, oh no, all his faculties are in
right.
But it's like, do you understand that I can't don't force this man.
Doesn't that make it worse, by the way, that he does have everything?
But he has his faculty. You can see he's a sharp old man.
Right.
But it's just wet mouth.
Right.
Like it's just
suffering succotash.
Sylvester Cat.
Yes, sir.
He's talking and trying to keep his teeth in his mouth at the same time. Back to it. All right.
Go to national elections and it's obvious that their evaluation process is flawed. Man, we have a great team. We have no weakness. Offense, defense, kick game. We have a quarterback who's a Heisman candidate and Kellen Moore. And I have a dream. Let me tell you what's going to happen when this year's over. They're going to make a movie of our team similar to Hoosiers, where a small school beat the big one and won the championship. But the difference is they didn't have to overcome all the hierarchy that's trying to keep us out of that championship game. On my desk, I have a sign. May God give me the courage to change the things I can, the serenity to accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. I'll tell you one thing we can't change is everybody's mind about what a great football team we are. As I've told you also, winners prepare and prevent. Losers repair and repent. We have prepared, and we are going to prevent anybody from keeping us in that championship game. And then when you go out on that field, I want you to remember this, that we have to be an inspiration to the millions of people who are fighting an uphill struggle to accomplish something, just like we're trying to get to that championship game. And you remember Reese and Mark and Todd and Kirk and everybody else, let's go send a message to them.
Oh, my God.
Somebody should bring in like a little donut and just go, thank you, Dad,
thank you,
good boy, thank you.
And it's a struggle. Winners rule, losers are stool. And that's why you gotta make sure you get out there and you win every tight game. Go out and put your game faces on and pull out your umbrellas for this pep talk. Exit stage left even. I'll kill the rabbit and make it look like an accident.
He needs the Gallagher talk for the players when he talks to them.
Do you understand that?
Someone is saying that he sounds like Red Skelton. A lot of Red Skeltons coming in.
Do you understand that I watch Game Day to get all my scores and highlights, and now I don't watch it anymore. I have to watch ESPN News or whatever because of they would have this. I'm angry at the show.
Distracting.
Why would they have this man on the show?
Let me. Oh,
you can't watch the show and get any information because you're just thinking like
his pension has to be delicious. Like, because he's putting so much work, he can't need the dough, and they can't look at him like, oh, poor. Get rid of this fucking guy.
Let's go to Anthony in Boston. Anthony.
Oh, God. Hey, guys, I'm so happy you guys are talking about this right now. I've been saying it for years. Doesn't Lou Holtz sound like he needs that dentist sucker straw in his mouth at all times?
He's got to walk around with that little thing that sucks the saliva out.
Go ahead, Lou. Spit.
Very good. Let's
rinse.
go. Spit. Justin in Jersey.
Hello?
What's up? There's some great ones coming again.
It's so funny. You got to watch how Mark May just gets pissed off at him every time he talks because he makes no sense at all. Mark May just wants to punch him in the mouth, and he knows he just can't.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make it worse.
Yeah, and he's sitting there going, Mark May, I'm telling you, week after week, they do this thing where they debate, him and him debate an issue. And Lou Holtz always wins because the guy who's the judge is always like, point for Lou. And he's like, and Mark May goes, and then the strategy, and it's like, come on, man. And then this fucker starts being an old man, and Mark May punches shit because he's like, he wants to go stop coddling this fucking elderly motherfucker. He's killing us.
There's a couple more coming in. Mike in Chicago. Mike.
Hey, guys. Love you, Patrice, man. He sounds like a 90-year-old Bullwinkle.
Fan mail from some flounder. Say, Rock, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
I mean, maybe it's cruel for me to say, but I'm saying I cannot watch my favorite college wrap-up show because of it.
By the way, that guy says Patrice rocks. If you want to see Patrice this weekend, it's Bananas Comedy Club, Poughkeepsie, New York. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. You got the Big Mama Prods on Twitter and PatriceO'Neal.com. Ray on Long Island. Ray?
Yeah, man.
Hey, buddy.
You can call him Ray, or you can call him Jim. Oh, God, that fucking guy.
Hey, everybody. The sheriff is in here.
Yeah, the Blazing Saddles guy. That's a good one, too, man.
No, God blame it.
Yeah.
I said the sheriff is a
That's him.
That's a good one. That could be the best one.
That's him.
Reverend. I didn't say the sheriff is near. I said the sheriff is
Oh, my God, man. I mean, is that wrong to say fucking get rid of him?
This is why we're here. No one else is going to point this shit out there. Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared of everything.
I mean, that is
It's
not.
awesome.
If that was an audition,
it's not
tape,
even a little bit.
Yeah,
it
that
is
was an
over the
audition
top
tape.
bad. Let's go to Justin in Florida. Justin.
Hey guys, so when Lou Holtz used to do College Game Day, and they do it outside where all the kids and everybody's like makes big signs and holds them up. Somebody right behind Lou Holtz's head was holding up a giant sign, had a big picture of Lou Holtz's face, and it said Lou Holtz for president. It was
President.
That's great. Paul in Connecticut.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
If you could pull a clip from like Stevie from Eastbound and Down.
Oh, that's similar too.
Just like him, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one. Very good. Absolutely. Let's go to Leonard in Atlanta. Leonard.
Hey, listen, he's got a brother. Just punch in cerebral palsy preacher. You will get a laugh out of it, believe me.
Cerebral palsy preacher.
Yeah, I think I'm...
And then you got people defending Lou Holtz. He's a great
Please, I
coach.
want, you
he
know
knows
what?
his shit.
I want to hear the people defending. That's exactly what I was going to say.
There's
to
a
you,
lot
man.
of them, though. Shane, go ahead. You're representing all the Lou Holtz fans.
Hey, well, I was born in '88 when Lou Holtz was in Notre Dame.
Uh-oh.
And I just want to say that he won a national title. Have any of you guys ever won a national title before, coaching college?
Is this Lou Holtz?
It's Lou Holtz.
This is Lou Holtz on the phone.
Maybe it's his son.
And look, he has the longest winning streak against USC, 11 straight in the season.
We didn't say he was a bad coach. We said
this has to be a bit.
We didn't say he was a bad coach.
I know, this has to be. Come on.
Yeah,
Listen to him.
This guy's hilarious.
Come on, listen to him.
This can't be real.
I
mean, come on.
I'm saying he knows what he talks about.
It can't be real. I want this to be real so bad, but I know it's not.
But he is good at being fake real, though.
Come on.
No,
Shane.
he's good.
What else about Lou Holtz?
Well, he knows his commentary. He knows what to say.
Oh, my God.
This guy's
Come on,
confusing
this guy
me.
can't be real.
Are you real?
I'm for real, yeah.
No.
Come on. No way.
No.
Come on.
I'm dead serious.
I just want to say Frunkish.
Is there a Frunkus coming, sir?
Frunkish.
Hello?
Yes.
Is there a Frunkus coming or no?
Frunkish?
No, that's all I'm going to say, is that he knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about. That's fucked up.
That is really
Who's
fucked up.
defending? I really want to hear somebody defend that nonsense.
Yeah. All right, Shane, thank you.
Possible.
Yep.
Defend that.
Let me
knows
say
what he's
hi to
talking
Brett in
about.
Columbus. Brett?
Hey guys, I'm telling you what. First of all, that faggot-ass caller that just called in about the info. Oh God, just shoot me. I would just want to fucking. It's like that person that's sitting beside you, and you just want to fucking smash him. I just want to hit Lou Holtz in the fucking face.
I don't know if we want that to happen, sir.
You have to be that.
I want to be able to enjoy his mush mouth for the next few
It
years.
frustrates you, dude.
Hey, Mushmouth.
It frustrates you. You can't ignore it.
Yeah.
You can't fucking get away from it either. It's like every time you turn on ESPN, he's doing fucking something, and I'm like, God, shut the fuck up.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.